changes it on this channel, I think, doesn't it? I think this is the best I'm going to get with voice problems because I think I can hear you. I think you can hear me.
We can hear you. What voice problems are you getting?
Oh, just basically, and you must turn your computer off. It's you've got to save electricity, and every time I turn it off and I turn it back
Don't turn your computer off.
all the sound drivers change position, so
it doesn't save enough electricity. Doesn't use enough electricity to worry about, does it? The only thing you got to worry about having a computer all the time is if there's a power supply interruption and you go.
Well, basically, every time I turn my computer off, my sound drivers change order for some reason now.
Yeah, if you're wanting to save electricity, turn your monitor off because that's really the big power hog.
Yeah. To be honest, that's what I'm doing from now on because I spend more. I've spent more time.
Just turn the monitor off, yeah. Because exactly, it's not worth the hassle. You just
The other thing that really didn't help was, and that caused me extra fun and games, is I forgot to turn off my headphones last night.
Oh, so the battery ran out?
Your battery.
So the battery is as flat as a pancake. So I'm sitting here with the headphones that are plugged directly into the speaker, which means I can hear every single word I say as soon as I say it. It is very off-putting.
You're like a cyborg wired to the computer.
No, you should start singing and listen to yourself as doing it, like you're in a recording studio. Okay.
My voice it's bad enough I'm having to actually listen to what my voice sounds like, not what it sounds like to me.
There's nothing wrong with your voice.
We'll do all the talking.
So yes, we all get 30 bennies each, and we kill everything and
like this, can't we?
You haven't changed these bennies. My players have really dig the new bennies in Pathfinder.
Yeah, I must admit, some people were very upset that I changed them to ones that you could actually see graphics of.
Oh, dude,
they could just do one, can't they? Some people just
need I just ignore. I stopped talking, and there was something in the forums on that one. I was like, yeah, okay.
Really, what? Someone complained that you put higher resolution bennies in. They can just.
Someone complained that I got rid of the official bennies, and replaced.
Yeah, that's when I just disengage.
And it's like,
say they are the official bennies. They're just slightly better looking.
Official bennies are all very nice, but when you've got 40 pixels to show a high graphic screen, it's not worth it. Picture, it's not worth it. Anyway, that's by the by. So
one that I made.
Sorry,
is that the Sinian Rune one that I made, or did you get different Benny pictures?
I couldn't get nice versions of. I tried to steal your ones, but yours had background, so I had to make them all again. But they were influenced by yours. There is the Hadron Rune and there is the Pathfinder P. I can't remember what the others I did was.
There's what's the spike pit?
Oh yes, those are the official. Yeah, those are the official Pathfinder graphics. That's a trap. The others are haunt.
Oh, okay, because the spike picks were showing up. The spike things were showing up the other day, yesterday when I was running it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, as I say, basically, yeah, so it's the Hadron Rune, the Pathfinder P, the Haunt graphic, the Spike Pick graphic, and something else. I can't remember, but that's by the by. I'll remind myself on Tuesday. For now, we're back at Deadlands Lost Colony. We're back on Banshee, and I believe you were returning, having got the parts you needed to get the ship running again. And
I'm in, by the way.
And some buggies.
And we're still in the running to deliver that thing, right? On time?
That's yes, I think
we got the parts and I was able to fix it if I recall.
Yeah, I think we calculated it was a 12-day trip out to the belt. So you've probably got a day in hand at the moment. And you should be okay. So, I think the easy thing to do there is let me just pop you back at Temptation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you. You drove those buggies back, didn't you? They're second hand, they're slightly damaged, and they're also slightly blood stained, and some of them have sort of very discernible imprints of the what's left of the survivors. So I'm going to say, all told, when you trade in the buggies, you're keeping one for yourself, and I forgot to do the stats for them. When you trade in the buggies, it works out at about 2,000 credits each.
Lovely. That'll pay for my
manicure. One person's got credits, everyone else has got dollars. So Deckard probably. I just there's Deckard's inventory. That means he's got $4,050.
Is it meant to be credits or dollars?
They are. The dollar sign is credits, so if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't have to change anything then, yeah. Good.
You don't have to change anything, no. Hopefully that will sort
I'm seeing someone messing with my bank account. What's going on?
You had credits, everyone else had dollars, so when I give out...
No, I'm kidding. I just
I know.
It was funny. I switched over to see what was doing. I just keep seeing numbers flash up. I'm like, oh, okay. Well.
Right. So basically speaking, yeah. So you I need to stop saying so. I've all got myself all flustered thanks to all the fun and games I've had. I had lovely plans for today. It's all gone. Right.
No, just get back to your plans and forget about the audio problem.
Just stop talking all the time.
Yeah, stop trying to kill us.
Why does Windows keep doing that to you anyway? Why do you keep going about Linux, but I don't get none of that crap going on with my computer.
No, but
Wow.
you show me how to fly Microsoft Flight Simulator in VR on Linux, and I'll stop using Windows.
Okay, next week.
Mind you, to be honest, right now, you show me how to make Microsoft Flight Simulator run on Windows at the moment, and not just go to Microsoft Gaming Services is another matter. It's only been a year, and they still haven't fixed that bug. We shall leave that alone. I'm back. I'm just playing Elite Dangerous instead. So we find ourselves back at Temptation. You've made the trips. You've made the. You've sold off the. You've recycled the buggies, and you are heading to the original meeting you had in Temptation.
Did you make a list of the spare parts he traded us after we saved his life?
No.
It's all hustled.
Oh, all my sound effects are on a Mac. We've got two Macs, and Mini and a MacBook. They're both getting on a bit, and they're still working better than my desktop. That's for sure. So, when we join the illustrious crew of the Reckless, we find that you in the sort of quieter areas of Temptation, and in an office that seems to have seen better days. Is starting to look shabby. we've actually sitting behind a desk. Actually, is an individual who also basically is dressed in shabby clothes that were once obviously expensive. And they don't actually seem to fit in all that well. Also, even though he's inside, he's wearing a fedora on his head, and he's not got a shirt on, but he is wearing a tie. And he calls himself Fisher. And obviously, when asked what he does, he would describe himself as a businessman.
Do I know of him?
Yeah, he's basically, as I say, he is. He's one of those people that will move anything and doesn't necessarily ask too many questions.
Okay.
And most certainly isn't based
to
on anyone with a variation of another animal's name. Fisher, he's always dressed in shabby clothes that's obviously expensive and not always fitting him. He always wears a shirt, a fedora, and a tie. He always wears a fedora and a tie, even when he doesn't wear a shirt, that should say, but anyway. Well, because the tie makes him look respectable. That's what it is. So, bit late.
Chippendale's dancer.
So you're a bit late, but my understanding is your ship can still make the deal. So standard run. Just take the food supplies out to the destination. Drop them off. Come back, and I'll pay you. Simple as that.
But we'd like to be paid.
Where is this Fisher entity in World Builder?
He should be under.
We'd like to be paid 100%.
We'd
like to be paid 100%.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, now we see him. Yeah.
We'd like to be paid 100% up front because we're afraid that this planet won't be here after we leave.
I'm sure you've already saved it, so I don't know what you're talking about. 100% paid up front. Now, come on. Let's be serious here. You know how it works. You take the cargo, I keep the money, then you come back, I'll pay you. If you run off with my cargo, at least I haven't, you haven't robbed me twice, I only have to kill you once.
And if you keep our
I
money
thought that the way it
back,
usually worked, you paid us half up front.
Well, yeah, that will be the case when I trust you. But right now, we've not worked together before, have we? You might have gone and saved the whole planet, if that's what everyone keeps telling me. But, unfortunately, as you can imagine, at the moment, not many ships have come back. So my choices and options are limited, and therefore, I have to trust you with my delivery. You're already 2 days late.
Where are we going to find you off planet if the planet's not here?
I wouldn't be off planet.
Why would the planet not be here?
This is the only habitable planet in the system. Where else can I be?
On a ship.
Look, reputation's love. He's not going to screw us over unless we screw him over. Because if he screws over a customer or his client, then he ruins his reputation. It's not worth it. Just the same as if we screw him over, we won't ever get any new business.
well, there aren't that many cargo
you're quite correct. As someone once told me, reputation is everything. Now, I've heard of you guys. People are talking good about you, but I haven't seen it for myself yet, have I? And you know me, you know Fisher. You need a job done. In this part of town, I'm the man to talk to.
I like Fisher. Let's do job.
Out of band question. Is this the planet that's about to get hit by the comet?
Oh, we already saved the planet from the comet.
Oh, we did. Oh, okay. Sorry.
4 weeks ago.
That's the problem. Okay, good.
You're not too fast on the uptake, are you, mate? So you're telling me you guys didn't save us all? Is that what you're saying?
No, he was drunk at the time. That's how good he is. That's how,
He's not the pilot.
Linda's
is he?
rubbing her eyes and trying to wake up.
No, no, no. I'm the pilot. Don't worry about him. He's
It's a her, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah,
She's just got
yeah,
a very
my
deep
little
voice.
sister, right.
We saved the planet, we've acquired a ship, and we've even managed to get spare parts by going and saving some guy's life, though we couldn't save the whole installation. But
It's quite straightforward, right? All we're going to do is we're going to load the cargo onto your ship. You're going to fly it to the destination. They're going to run out of food in 12 days. You've got 12 days to get there. The system that before the orbit, at the moment, that's the orbit round it, So you know, fly there, deposit the cargo, come back, and I'll pay you. Problem solved.
Him and he's going back to the ship now. It's time to go.
Yep. We need to be gone.
Righty-ho. So, which one of you is going to be the one? Which one of you is his hand I'm going to shake, and the one I'm going to hold responsible for this deal?
I'll put my hand out.
Uh,
It's bigger and longer than everyone else's, and I'll give him a good solid grip when I do it.
He goes,
Not quite bone crushing, but just enough to know that I could easily destroy his hand with little effort.
and he goes, so stop.
Yeah, he's
talking,
confused because
so-
I've gripped his knuckles too hard. See?
So it's unusual. Anouk, Captain. Well, thank you very much, Captain. Righty ho. We'll get the cargo loaded on, and we'll let you be on your way. Any questions?
I missed where this is going to.
I'm glad one of you is paying attention.
We know that, don't we? We got the flight plan and all that.
Nope. He's always the destination.
I thought we already had the flight plan, and then we couldn't take off because we was going to take off, and then the ship broke down, wasn't it? So we must have had the flight plan.
You heard of the job, but you couldn't accept the job.
And then the ship broke. Right? Okay.
Wait. Well, you heard of the job. You were trying to accept the job, and that's when. Yeah, I know. A bit of retcon, mate. I changed everything. It's all changed. I've got a plan now.
Okay, excellent. Right, good. So we're there. So yeah, of course we know where we're going. You've given us in the roster.
Yes. Yeah, no, you lost out on. No, in all fairness, you did lose out on that last job, but you've got this job instead, and it's paying almost as well. That's the logical way to argue that one. So yeah, basically, you're flying out to the belt. All you need to do is land on an asteroid out in the belt. That's the new they're calling at a station. Well, a base on the asteroid. It's a mining asteroid. It's all underground. So they're calling themselves New Providence. So all you need to do is touch down on the landing bay and offload the cargo. You don't even, what I mean, they'll just sit there. They'll offload the cargo and come back. It's as simple as that, according to the manifest. Your Fisher hands over to you.
so we don't need confirmation from them on their end.
No, they'll be expecting you. Obviously, you'll just
I mean, confirmation for you from them. Sign for delivery.
Well, I'll know if you've delivered or not. Don't you worry about that.
And defaults. And what if there's they somehow end up all dead there?
That is a very strangely specific problem you just decided to come up with. Do I have reason to be worried about you people?
I'm just asking if we find there and they're all dead, missing, or something else, that there's no point in leaving the food. What needs to be or whatever reason that for such reason there's no point in leaving the food because there's no one there to eat the food. What do we do?
His concern is it wouldn't be the first time that we showed up somewhere and things weren't what they were supposed to be.
Right. Well, in that case, just bring the cargo back here and I'll pay you half for inconvenience.
Not acceptable.
No. That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Unless we're keeping the cargo.
You really don't want to do that.
Well, you're not paying. We went all the way out there. The fact that the clients not there is not our problem.
Hang on. Sorry. Have I lost time here? Is this 12 days later? You've been 14 days, 16 days, however long it takes you to got out there and back. So you've gone out there, you found everyone's dead, you've flown back, and I'm paying you the full whack, and you're keeping the cargo for the job you've just done for me. Funny, I didn't think we'd even loaded yet.
These are things that need to be cleared up beforehand. What happens if, for whatever reason, the client can't accept cargo? We still need to be paid the full amount. That's all I'm trying to determine.
You know what? I'm a businessman. I try to do business. They have an urgent. If you really don't want to take the cargo out there, fine. I can't find anyone else to do it. We'll just find some new customers, and when they ask
We'll
where
do
their
it,
food
and if
is,
anything goes wrong, we'll
when they
deal
ask
with
where
it
their
when it
food is,
happens.
we'll say that the crew of the Reckless didn't want to bother carrying food out there because they were going to die anyway. Well, of course they're going to. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if for some reason that through no fault of our own, that no one's there to accept the cargo, or there's for some reason,
let's bring that bridge when we get to it. Okay, let's just bring that bridge when we get to it.
Jinx, you're gonna jinx us right out of this job.
You know what? I don't think it's worth it. I think we'll just have to wait for the company to say.
Yeah, okay, him and he's going to say we'll take the job.
Providence.
Him and he's just going to come forward and go, we'll take the job, and shake his hand again and load the ship. Let's go.
Fish, as you wander out, Fisher sort of wanders back to his desk, sits down, going, "I would have thought heroes would have been more heroic, really." I don't know. Anyway, you head back to the docking bay, and when you get there, there's the full range of cargo all waiting to be loaded on board.
Okay, let's load it all on board then and get to it. You can find out everyone's dead.
While they load cargo.
When we find them, they're dead. Then we'll worry about it. When the shit hits the fan, then we deal with the shit.
Sorry.
While they're loading cargo, Morgana's gonna head to the engine room and make sure everything's shipshape and ready to take off as soon as they're loaded.
How long has it been since we got back from last week's mission? Or the week before's mission?
Less than a day.
Same day.
So can we go and buy some supplies and such things we think we might need?
Well, while they're loading the ship, you can, yeah.
Okay. How long is that going to take?
Not forever, so just be quick.
Yeah, well, I know exactly what I need to get, so yeah.
Sitting here going, why can I hear crows going? I've had the sound effects going from Pathfinder since Tuesday in the background. I was thinking, why can I hear crows? It was freaking me out. Okay, yeah, no problem at all. Buy whatever cargo you like. Well, within reason. You got the money. I haven't got any shops set up. What are you after?
Spare weapons, basically. So when I lob my weapons, I haven't got to wait and pick them up again.
No problem at all.
I could get a gun, but I'm not going to be able to shoot it.
Him's off going shopping. What are the rest of you up to while they're loading the? Fisher's men are most insistent that they'll be loading the cargo. You don't need to do anything.
I'm just
keeping an eye on the cargo to make sure it matches the manifest.
Linda's gonna run out and get some maps of the solar system or whatever, so she can keep track of where they are and where they've been and where she wants to go.
Morgana's hanging out in the engine room, like I said, just making sure everything is good a shape as it can be. We got all these spare parts. I'm going to be checking over other parts to see how far the wear is on them, etc.
Where's Linda? There you go. One map of the faraway system.
Very nice. She's gonna get maps of planets and things that might have ancient ruins on them or anything suspicious from her office, but wherever she could get them.
Banshee is the only habitable planet in the system, other than a moon around Chanukara, which is labeled Base Prime. But basically, you either live on Banshee, or you live on a station, or you live in the belt, or if you're the EXFOR, the Expedition Force, the guys that basically declared war on everyone, they're out past the belt on Base Prime.
Well, she's just thinking in terms of potential archaeological digs. That's all.
Indeed, yeah. Well, like I say, basically that's Banshee, 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 and Banshee.
Okay.
I was going to say something, and I about some things. Okay, so so the cargo manifest shows basically standard supply. So almost like basically standard rations packs. So they're like dehydrated ready meal packs and stuff, and a considerable amount of water and just lots of food packs. All the crates are marked up accordingly. Most of the crates are food. There is some water there. There is also, in addition, some fuel containers to power the systems out there. All seems right as you check it off the manifest as it gets loaded on board, Jinx.
Okay.
Okay, that's what's on the crates. Is there any way we can discreetly check what's in the crates?
I'm assuming I did spot checks on that.
There again, it's made very clear that it's Fisher's men will load the crates on, and basically, don't worry, the tamper seals are in place to show they've gone through customs.
Okay. If they're sealed like that, then okay.
Okay.
Not sure I'm okay, but whatever.
So, okay, yeah. So, basically, any side shopping trips and everything aside, you basically load up the ship, and basically, you are able to get clearance, and you take off. And as you're leaving temptation system, system control, the standard voice cut checkout as you're leaving the control area, the very last thing you hear, as usual, is the I forgot what they're called, Colonial Rangers basically come on and basically wish you luck and ask if you, as you're leaving Banshee, as you're leaving the Banshee planet, do you have anything to declare?
No, not really.
No, not really. I like that. Well, in that case, we have your manifest loaded. You're heading out to New Providence in the belt, and have a safe trip. And,
Thanks.
that's it. No problem at all. And the next, and that's pretty much it. You're flying, and it's quite uneventful, really. They got maps of the ship somewhere, haven't I? There's the reckless. We'll pop you on.
Yeah, I put them on my hotkey, so I've got them already. Can I throw a cot in the engine room so I don't have to share a bunk with any of these guys?
Well, actual fact, that's a very good point. Maybe now's the time to start claiming bunks and stuff. So there's the reckless, and you'll fly. This is your first proper long distance trip. I've turned off line of sight because it really doesn't matter. I shall put the party on the map, so you can move yourselves around after making sure that tokens should be unlocked. Yeah, tokens are unlocked, so I should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's missing? It will be Linda. There we go. Let's just dump all of you on them in the area. There we go. So it looks
Which
like
room?
Where am I?
Which room is it?
Where you've gone? Let's put you there.
It's hard to tell what's what.
Okay, well, there should be shortcuts to tell you on each one. Any that are labelled crew quarters have bunks in them. It has to be said, actually, there might not be enough bunks for everyone, so that could be interesting.
Looks like Doc and Himiny are shacking up. What's up with that?
Oh, I'm bigger than him, so I'm taking up the
Oh,
bed.
somebody's in there.
You can
Okay,
have the floor.
as it stands at the moment, obviously you might need to buy some more beds later, but as far as I can tell, that's the only room with bunks. The one that Deckard's in.
Oh.
Oh,
Why don't we put the two?
sharing bunks?
There we go.
That works fine.
Put me over on the engine room map. Put me over on the engine room map because unless they need her out of there, she ain't leaving.
You want to be in the engine room. You're rigging up a cot in the engine room. Okay, there we go. Okay, well there you are. That looks like it looks like that. It looks like the Doc and Himini are sharing a double bed. That's it's nice and cozy.
Deckard is still in the bunk room, as far as I can tell.
Oh, it's not
You
a
can,
key.
you can move them around where you want.
I think, Deckard, why don't you stay? We can just share the room.
Thank you very much, Pedikin.
I haven't gone anywhere.
Sorry, Pedikin.
Oh, I thought Deckard
Deckard's
was
on
a
the
woman.
bed, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
on the
sorry.
top bunk. I'm hanging.
Oh, Morgana. I need Morgana to do the bunk room.
Well,
No,
Morgana's decided to.
I slung a hammock in the engine room. You guys can fight it out.
It says there's stairs here that go down to cargo and the galley. Where's the galley? Is that just?
The galley's a floor above. If
There's no map for that.
There should be. They should all be shared.
Oh, there is. Excellent. Oh, it's
you
okay.
click-
You got to go on the map before you can see it, though. You need to turn the light off. Yeah.
I'm going to ask Jinx if he's willing to share the bunk room, so I can have my own room.
Has that sorted the lighting out?
It has indeed. Thanks very much.
There you go. See, I spent a lot of time making sure you guys could. Okay. In the meantime, I'm looking for. No, I do. I'm glad they put that yes, no in, even though I still click on it. I'm looking for a hammock. I don't have a hammock icon, so I'll have to find some hammock artwork later for a bunk. So
Linda's going to ask Jinx if he wouldn't mind sharing the bunk room so that Linda can have, a private room and not share it with one of the dudes.
it's all down to Jinx.
You could always throw an extra hammock up here in the engine room with me. I ain't a dude.
Why aren't you willing to just share the the bunk room with me? That's
Because
why
I like to be where I can make sure I hear the engines running properly. I'll hear problems before you guys can pick them up on your instruments.
No. Why don't you try asking Roger?
Okay, I'll go ask. Is that Roger? Yeah.
That is Roger.
This is an aside out of character. Morgana considers Linda kind of sketchy because Linda just wants to get off Banshee. Morgana was born on Banshee. This is the only world she knows, and she doesn't really trust anybody who doesn't appreciate Banshee for what it is.
Fair enough. Okay.
So Linda's asking Roger whether he'd be willing to share the bunk room with Deckard so that she can have so she doesn't have to sleep with a dude.
I need to be close to the cockpit in case something happens, and I need to be able to get there in a hurry. Sorry.
Oh, that's too bad. So Linda's gonna revert to her graduate student days and figure out something in the rest of the living quarters.
She's going to sleep in one of the escape pods.
You could sleep in one of the escape pods, I suppose. Looking at they're not so much escape pods as shuttlecraft as well. If you but they are.
Is that an escape pod?
Well, shuttlecraft, yes. There aren't any
Okay.
escape pods.
You
as
make a
such.
bed in there if you wanted to. Actually, that's a good idea. I think I'm going to go and sleep in there. That bed smells, especially after I just guffed it. I'm going to go and sleep in the other one.
Linda's going to grab the mattress from one of the bunk beds, the one that's not being used.
No, that's absolutely fine. Okay.
Okay.
That's where you are. Obviously, we can review changes as time goes by. Although changing the map will be interesting, I can give it a shot. Anyway, as I say, now you're outside Banshee, and you're about, as I say, you're halfway towards the belt. Yeah, the chatter's a bit. You can hear chatter out on the. Oh, poor Deckard. Oh, let's give Deckard a sympathy, Benny.
No, don't give him a sympathy, Benny. No.
Deckard, it ain't got nothing to do with you. I just like to. I'm more comfortable with the machinery than I am with people.
Roger should have given up. Roger should have given up a room for the lady.
It's well, Roger had a good argument that he wanted to be close to the cockpit. So, yeah.
Of course, he could always swing a hammock in the bridge.
The chatter coming across the border seems that against the colonial rangers are once again clamping down on smuggling of high leaf.
The weed.
High leaf, yeah. It's
weed.
Possibly. Hang on. I shall give you the blurb. I forgot to put it in the world data I'm into.
Actually, let me ask a question. Can the examination table? Could you sleep on that?
Probably.
We need that for the medical situations, don't we? Yeah. Everyone's got a
What
room.
medical situation?
Everyone's got a room.
Fair enough. I was going to give up the double bed for Linda and just sleep in the med bay.
Yeah, high leaf is basically a luxury item
for
the Anouks. It's mildly it's a mild narcotic as far as the Anouks are concerned. They smoke it like tobacco. Pretty much the equivalent of 1 unit of alcohol effect to an Anouk. Humans find it much more intoxicating. A 10-gram dose of high leaf, which sells for about 250 credits per 10 grams, as it were.
Miller High Leaf
gives humans a powerful feeling of euphoria and giddiness for a 12-hour period. This is the reason, given that basically mild narcotic, not mild narcotic. The reason the reason it's banned is because basically, given the nature of most the other off Banshee, it's illegal because obviously you're talking space stations and spaceships and everything else, and therefore, given that it affects dexterity and wits while you're under the effects of it, that's not the type of thing when operating heavy machinery or anywhere near airlocks or anything like that. So yeah. No worries, Rigger. You haven't missed much. I've had lots of fun again. So yeah, it would appear that they're doing clampdowns again, but anyway, again, I wouldn't worry too much about that. So a few more days later, and you're finding yourself going through.
Well, as we pull away from Banshee,
yes,
over the speakers on the ship, just about as loud as it'll go, the song "Wanted Dead Not Alive" by Ben Bovine comes on the radio, and it just is blasting out.
Bovine.
Yeah, well, I'm in the engine room. I can't hear much of it anyway.
No. So, as I say, sorry, after you. So, I need a little icon for the Banshee, don't I? Dum 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 dum. But then I have to. But if I put did we work out you could or couldn't put tokens on the map without having it attached to put something on the map these days and be? I think it has to be either attached to the combat tracker or you have to use the layers, don't you, and treat it as an image. I think. Tokens campaign. Let's see if this will work. As just an idea. Oh, it does work. Great. So you can put tokens on without anything linked to them. So there we go.
We're flying.
We'll put you in the belt.
Where's the little jet plume?
Indeed. Obviously, your I mean, I know the idea of, I know Star Wars makes it look really cool with really close asteroids together, but unless you're flying in the rings, they're relatively fairly spaced out.
They're massively spaced out, and you could just fly forever and never chance of hitting one is like you got more chance of winning the lottery probably.
Indeed. In fact, obviously, a lot of the time for that reason, you can once the course is plotted on the ship, you obviously can leave it sort of almost running on its own. But it's
Did you put that token on the tracker too, or is it just dropping it?
I literally dropped it as out of the assets token onto the map. I was surprised. I didn't think you could do that, but you can.
You can indeed.
So
which planet are we going to? Or are we just going to go to somewhere on the asteroid belt?
You're going to somewhere. You're going to New Providence asteroid in the belt.
Okay.
Which again, I'm only this is obviously not to scale, and it's not. I mean, what you're really doing because it's 12 days.
This piloting is high. Someone needs to put them back in place.
You're probably flying to the other side. Yeah, you're probably flying over there somewhere. But I'm only putting you in the belt to give you to sort of indicate you're in the belt, as it were. I'm going to hit someone in a second.
We need to be in our acceleration count.
I'm just going to click. No, exactly. No, because obviously once you get out of atmospheric range of Banshee, you turn on the gravity drives, which means you no longer have zero gravity and able to move at fast speeds. I can't exactly remember the ins and outs of the gravity drive, but yeah, it's not hyperdrive as such, but
fast and it makes gravity.
It creates artificial gravity while in action, but you can't use it near the planets. Players got it. I think I put it in the world builder, didn't I? No, it might not have done. Gravity in spaceships, gravitational effects, vacuums, setting rules, gravity in space. Or is it under spaceships? Gravity drives, yeah. Wondrous device uses relativistic mechanics, I can't say that today, to largely negate the mass of the ship and its contents for acceleration purposes. This allows the ship to reach incredibly high speeds very quickly. With a gravity drive, a ship can travel from Banshee to the belt in a matter of days. As an added benefit, the gravity drive generates an artificial gravity inside the vessel, roughly equivalent to half a G. This makes extended trips less uncomfortable and disorientating to passengers and crew, and keeps waters in the glass at the mess table. All gravity drives are either manufactured by Hellstrom Industries or salvaged from scrapped vessels and are thus recycled goods. Hellstrom Industries hold an exclusive patent on the designs prior to the tunnel's collapse, and no one in the system has managed to successfully reverse engineer the mass-altering mechanics as yet. So if you want to get anywhere quick, you've got to have a little bit of Hellstrom in your ship. Simple as that.
Till we can find some ancient Anouk technology to let them travel faster than the speed of light. Yeah.
On behalf of Linda, I just want to say that she's feeling fine, and the lower gravity is not affecting her at all. But she does go to the kitchen and range around the ship, grabbing a handful of plastic bags just in case.
Just in case. No problem at all. So you're about 9 days.
No problem at all.
You're 9 days into the trip, and it's sort of early. It's on the sleep cycle, as it were, as far as you're concerned, because you're on Banshee time. Which reminds me, actually, I need to advance the calendar 9 days, don't I? That makes it. What did I say? What did I put on that one? 12. Nemesis due to Clyde. So you've dealt with that. It's now the 20. What's that one? I mean, Mighty Jessup needs to help. They do the job right. They get compression coil. Yeah, you've done that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So it's early morning Banshee time, so early hours of Wednesday, the 31st of Cold Dark. There we go. The eighth rotation of Banshee, bearing in mind that Banshee's got a 6. I've forgotten how many months. I've forgotten how many years. I mean, as you can see, the Banshee calendar under calendar, there's an awful lot of months. So I think it was 700 day year or something. So, but anyway, that's when the proximity alarms start sounding all over the ship. what do you do?
I run to the cockpit and see what's going on.
What about everyone else?
Well, yeah, the cockpit's right next to where I'm sleeping, so I'm going to go in there and all. Actually, I'm in the cockpit. Look, yeah, there you go.
You're in operations. You're not on the flight deck. Oh, you're sleeping.
Linda will look out.
Roy. Sorry, Linda.
Linda will look out the window of the shuttle, assuming there is a window.
Oh, yeah, there will be. Yeah, this is science fiction rather than science fact. So there's lots of glass on the spaceships to look out of. Not that it's probably glass; it's probably some sort of clear.
It could just be monitors linked up to the outside cameras.
Could well be
transparent aluminum.
Yes, indeed. Apparently, they've just worked out how to make that as well in real life. You know, I think they've actually. They're not calling it transparent aluminum, but someone has invented it now. And it wasn't Montgomery Scott, alas.
It was just time traveling.
Yeah, it appears to be there's a ship out there.
I will attempt to hail the ship.
There is no response from the other ship.
Can we detect if life signs are on it? Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, you can give me. You can give me a electronics or hacking to use the computer to scan. Yep. Basically, you basically send out a scan, and that allows you to analyze it. The ship appears to basically be powered down. There doesn't appear to be you're not picking up any energy sources or anything, and it's in a slow spin.
Can we dock with it?
You can certainly get yes. Yeah, I mean,
it's dangerous when you're in a slow
Rogers
spin
is quite happy. Rogers is quite capable of correcting the spin and docking accordingly, whether or not the actual docking bays or anything.
We got a delivery to do. We got a delivery to do.
Oh.
Yeah, do we take a vote on whether we... are there any maritime laws that say you've got to rescue a stranded ship?
This could be another ship for us to own.
Yeah, it's potential salvage.
We track it, figure out its orbit, and we can come and find it. But we got hundreds of people that need the food in our cargo hold. Would you rather sacrifice a couple of people on a ship or hundreds of people?
Let's do the delivery and then come back.
Do you really want me to answer that?
Linda's wondering why visiting a ship equates to death. She's like, why are we so skeptical of this ship?
I'm not. It's the time we need to get to New Providence that's the issue.
How long is it going to take us to get to New Providence? We've got to get there and back in 12... Have we got to get there in 12 days, or have we got to get there and back in 12 days?
We got to get there in 12 days, and we've used 9 of them.
We've used 9 already.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a 12-day trip.
But not a roundabout trip, just 12 days to get there in one way, is it?
Yes.
Once we deliver, we can come back in our own time.
Correct.
We've got how many days? Well, how many days out is it to this place?
You're 3 days out.
We're 3 days out already.
It's 4 days, isn't it? Hang on, it's going to be 4 days if this is the morning of the 9th day.
So this is the 4th day.
So we're already late.
No, we're going to get there just in time.
Yeah, so do we want to stop to find this ship?
Well, we can check it out and see whether it's worth finding on our way back.
Yeah, we'll mark it.
Speaking, obviously, at the end of the day, you've got to bear in mind is what you're saying is we are going to leave the ship as it is in a state of distress, or possibly with people on board, and come back in 8 days. You don't know. I'm just saying. So I'm just trying to clarify here. What you're saying is we'll come back in 8 days and rescue them.
We're looking at how many crew can that ship hold?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I mean, looking at the ship, estimating, guessing off its size, it's a minimum crew of X and a max crew of thus.
It's a scout ship.
Minimum crew of 0.
Right now, okay.
I'm guessing somewhere like maybe 20 people at max.
We're 4 days out. We've got another 6 days to get there, have we?
No, we have 4 days to get there.
So how long is it going to take us to rescue a ship? 4 days, or is it going to take us a couple of hours?
Well, hopefully
It'll take an hour.
take 4 days. We can leave it and come back. I think
Is it heading towards, okay, fine. Let's make it a little bit easier. Is it heading towards New Providence?
What?
The dead ship.
Why don't we just put it in our traction field and drag it with us?
Yeah, that was my thought. Don't we have something like a tractor beam? We can just drag it behind us and we can deal with it after we deliver the cargo.
No. I have a feeling.
What do you think? This is science fiction?
I think we should just go on. I think that we should just go and rescue the ship. I don't think it's going to mess with our flight plan too much. If it does mess with our flight plan too much, then we will just abandon it and go back to our original mission.
I'm not sure why I'm getting.
We're not trying to rescue the ship. We're trying to rescue any passengers. If there's no passengers to rescue, we just hightail it out. If there are, then we try and rescue them and hightail it out.
Well, having another ship,
and if something goes wrong,
even if we just sell it,
hundreds of people are going to starve to death on New Providence.
Is the
What's
sensors
more
giving
important,
any indication
a
of life
dozen
on that
people
ship?
on a ship, or hundreds of people depending, absolutely, utterly depending on the food in our cargo hold?
Yeah,
but I don't think they're all going to die.
The other thing is,
instantly if we don't show up.
If food is a day late, they're not going to just suddenly wither up and die.
Right.
They'll just go
Whereas
hungry.
these people seem to be on the last legs. They may not even be alive. We can just check on them.
But if this is like Alien, we might all die. Why don't we go and deliver the food and come back?
That's an old movie. Why are you bringing that up?
Notice checks, please.
Listen. My feeling on this is that Kevin wants us to raid the ship, and let's do it.
If we're stranded in space, do you want somebody to come in and help rescue and check on you, or do you want people to just fly by and wave?
Maganda, you get a +2 bonus on this one. Roger, yeah, you noticed something, but you're already aware of it. Morgana, you certainly do. Jinx and Deckard and Morgana. Actually, you'll all realise but some of you will realise before the others. So you realise the gravity drive is shutting down.
Ours?
On our ship? Oh, no. I'm going to be mucking around up here going, what the hell?
Why didn't Linda get a chance to notice that? Because I'm pretty sure she automatically notices that.
Well, you will the second the gravity drive. Well, because you didn't roll notice. I told you to roll notice twice and you ignore me.
Oh, okay. I didn't do it.
Quite possibly because she's too busy actually realising as gravity drive shuts down and the gravity drive turns off and basically gravity ends and 0G returns.
Linda grabs one of her plastic bags.
Has been pointed out that Alien movie. That's utter nonsense. So I wouldn't worry about that.
If I'm in the engine room, I'm going to be checking to see why the hell the gravity drive is shutting down.
It was shut. From your perspective, it was turned off from the flight deck.
Then I'm going to radio or call down to the flight deck and go, what the hell?
And for anyone else, okay, at which point Rogers flows by in a spacesuit as you're floating around.
What the hell?
Are we putting spacesuits on now, are we?
Well, if you're going to go EVA, it's recommended, yeah.
We're not going EVA.
You're not dock with the ship. Can you not match your orbit to the ships and lock onto it?
No, because of the way the ship is rotating, trying to do that would be very, very difficult and probably would cause a wreck of the ship.
You're not a very good pilot then.
Well, no. Imagine a spinning pole, and there's one point on that pole that you're
Captain
trying to
Kirk
attach
could have done
to.
it. Yeah.
Kirk is an asshole.
Do you know what? I've just realised I can't. There doesn't appear to be any airlocks on this ship.
Airlocks. But if we're in, are we
There will
in
be.
zero gravity
You'll go
now?
out
Are
the
we?
top hatch. Yep, you're in 0G.
All right, so our strength goes up by 2.
Linda takes a closer look at the other ship and asks somebody, "Does that thing have a gravity drive that works, or is that thing zero gravity too?"
Unless you try, basically, because it'll be in 0G.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so our pilot and Roger have decided to screw over the contract, correct?
No, the ship's
don't-
gravity just shut down. I think we
Technically
did.
speaking,
No,
you are
there's no
legally
contract being screwed over here. It's just I'm going over to rescue these guys.
And Morgana's called down there. Roger, did
technically
you
legally
shut down the
obligated to do
gravity
so.
drive? Did Roger shut it down, or is it something gone haywire?
Well, as you come down, you contact the flight deck, you don't get an answer. As you clamber down from the engine room, you see Rogers. I'm going to say basically the steps up to the end. We're just going to. There's a. I know it doesn't show on the map. We're going to say there's obviously exits to the airlocks on the top and the bottom of the ship. So Rogers is basically, as you come out the engine room, you see Rogers heading to the airlock in an EVA suit.
Well, did someone shut our gravity drive down?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to head for Roger, because I would have got the gravity suit on as soon as it started shutting down, and I'm going to go, what the hell, did you shut it down?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get over to the other ship.
I'm going to put
Well,
on
you're
an
supposed to
EVA.
tell me before you shut
We're
things down.
supposed to. Yeah. Yeah. Him and he's a bit upset now because we're supposed to discuss this stuff before we just go in shutting things off.
This is going to be an interesting.
When the
We
gravity drive
did
shuts down, do we?
It's not the people that are dying. We'll just give them 8 days.
We did discuss it, and you guys were going back and forth like a couple of old ladies, and so I made a command decision.
You're not in command.
I'm the pilot. I shut things down. I got out. I started walking away. You guys were still arguing. None of you noticed that this was happening. It sounds like nobody's in command.
Can you
Well, I
leave the
noticed it was-
gravity living quarters on, please?
No, there's this. What like as I said before. What do you think this is science fiction? There is no such thing as artificial gravity.
You mean this is realistic? I'm a genuine Anouk.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Right, okay, right.
I was
So,
an
yeah,
interested
so
in
we're
joke
going to
'cause
have
you
to
are
deal with
flying around
Roger
this
later. We have to deal with Roger later. Since we've been thrown into this crap, we might as well go and rescue that ship if we can. And
The only way you could induce artificial gravity would, and then even then, I'm not sure the ship's big enough to do it. Is you'd have to spin it, wouldn't you? That's like some of the bigger stations have
centripetal
artificial
force.
gravity.
Yeah.
so, what are we
some-
going to do about poor old
Fast enough.
Linda's
Linda?
already
She's
been
gonna
sick.
start-
Linda's already been sick at this point, so I've already
Linda
given
started
her a-
yakking up. Okay.
Linda's already suffering fatigue from vomiting in 0G.
Don't we have any medical stuff that can stop her yakking?
No.
You got no space sickness tablets? They used to have them when I was a kid.
That's what I should have gotten. I should have gotten some space sickness medicine
Well,
when I was at the
they
planet.
have them, but that doesn't stop her from being nauseous and dizzy and everything else.
Exactly. Yeah. It's even with the tablets, she's nauseous and dizzy and everything else. Yeah, basically.
At least you don't have vomit, floating through the atmosphere.
That makes me grab another bag.
It's easy to aspirate somebody else's vomit. End up like a drummer.
I am going to, at this point, put Rogers.
A guitar player.
Rogers has exited the airlock.
That's how
hope it-
drummers die, right? Aspirate, choke on somebody else's vomit.
Well, Morgana wouldn't be very far behind him, because once the gravity drive started shutting down and he didn't answer her, she went hunting him, and now she's going to jail. What the hell? You don't shut down the gravity drive without telling the engineer.
Is this ship on the left side of our ship or the right side of our ship or somewhere else?
Poor form.
Roger, are you coming or not?
I don't know what's going on with the line of sight, but it doesn't seem to be working properly. But
Coming where? I'm already halfway to the ship.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the ship as well. I've got my spacesuit on. Yeah.
Oh, well, I was in the.
Everybody's out the airlock and into the ship as well. There we go.
All right, fair enough.
Let's reset line of sight because I think it's all.
I don't even see the map, but Deckard would go with you.
Well,
He hasn't
Morgana
shared it
may
yet,
be
so,
finding him
yeah.
because she's not happy that he turned off the gravity drive without warning her first. She's
Does
in the
anyone-
engine trying to figure out
I'm
what the
going to
hell.
say, does anyone not want to be? Does anyone not want to be placed in a spacesuit outside the ship?
Linda can't make a decision. She's
I
feeling
was gonna
ill.
say, looking pointedly in Linda's direction.
Oh, is that what's happening?
I'm going to turn my torch on. Right.
Linda's
Okay.
willing to go because she doesn't seem to be happy where she is. So
I hate to break it to you, that's a window you're trying to walk through there, Himini.
Okay, so where's the airlock then?
You're not sure.
I had it move.
I'm going to bring Jinx on. I'm going to bring the doc on because obviously there's a medical concern. Linda, unless you want to know otherwise,
I'll go. I mean, if there's no gravity here, I may as well stick with the group.
Exactly.
Unless they want me to stay back.
When you
so
start
whatever.
laying tokens, yeah, be careful with the moving because it confuses Dosbok because there's 50 million arrows.
Wait, I don't see me on there.
There you
That's
go.
why I was doing it.
It's honest.
Now, do we have
That's
little
okay.
jet?
Yesterday I had to load enemies on like one by one, and because I was trying to reboot like for where we left off last session, and every time I added an enemy, one of the PCs disappeared.
Yeah.
Looking into the bug with disappearing tokens now.
At last, yeah. Again, I have to be honest. I've noticed again. This ship doesn't appear to have any airlocks on the map. But anyway, we'll worry about that. You're navigating around the ship.
Yeah, looking for an airlock. So yeah.
One.
Yeah, it'll be toppled.
Linda's looking for a window so she can see what's going on inside.
Well, basically, you should be able to see. Well, as I say, if I borrow Linda for a second, I mean, you should be able to be seeing inside because I deliberately did mark windows, so there are windows you can look through. It's tricky.
It's just not well lit for me.
Do I need
Yeah,
to
that's
do
the
anything?
point. It should all be space. It should all be rather. Oh, looks like someone's found the way in. Someone found the airlock.
For everyone to get in first, and then we'll shut the door and open the next one.
Hey, can we trade up one ship to another?
This one.
Maybe the gravity drive works on this one.
Not much. This one's technically smaller than yours. But there we go. I should put everyone inside the airlock if it lets me get you through the doors. Basically, it looks like you get 4 in at a time, so then we'll close that airlock and open that airlock. There you go. Oh, there we go.
Wait for everyone else to get in now before we do anything else.
Freeze up. Who is in the ship? I'm just going to move everyone so they're in this bloody ship as if you've gone through the airlock. Nice and simple. How's that?
I don't see my toe. There it is.
Okay.
Remember that if we need to make a quick escape. Maybe we should find another airlock if we can.
When you get onto an alien ship, what you must never do is split up.
Okay, I should point out at this point, the first thing Rogers sees is, before I accept any more movements, is as he looks down this corridor here, he can see space.
Well, we don't need to worry about an airlock then.
Well,
so they've got a big hole inside. Does it look like he got chewed by a giant space caterpillar?
Can't tell from
Come out of an asteroid belt and it got eaten.
We didn't notice that from the outside?
You approached from the other side.
You got me thinking of the opening of Lower Decks where they have that space caterpillar chewing on the nacelle.
I've not seen them.
I haven't seen them. I was thinking of Star Wars and the giant space monsters living inside asteroids, but yeah. They live on.
As I say, that basically there is, as you're inside the ship now, there is no. Oh, basically you can now see there is no well. Oh, there seems to be some strange light coming from up there. I'm sure if you guys can see that strange blue light coming from up there. But obviously,
Morgana, see if you can find the engine room and get some power on this thing.
Someone's stuck on a wall. There you are, Doc. I got you stuck on a wall.
Where? Well, with wide open to the side.
Everyone's just moving each other's tokens, are they? Fuck.
Where
I'm
would
going to
the
turn off the
engine
player
room
view
be?
because I can't see what you do. There we are.
Ships
I can't
tend
see what's
to
going on.
ships tend to follow a standardized layout. So where would Morgana
Well,
get?
if we see a big hole, why don't we just go back to our ship in GTFO?
Because
There
there
might
still
be-
might be survivors.
There might be an airlock section of the ship that somebody's surviving in.
There's some kind of force field here. Is that like a protective thing to stop the crew from dying?
We can at least steal a couple of the beds here.
I'm going to tell them there's a force field up ahead.
There is some sort of force field up ahead, yeah.
Which is probably what has stopped the rest of the ship from.
Yeah, that'll keep people alive, hopefully. But we don't want to just turn it off if that is the case.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks
that
like
and go
you're
the long
looking for
route,
some
shall we?
sort of office type thing here.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like yeah, some sort of exactly as you say. People are getting stuck on. I do hate the line of sight sometimes when everyone just gets stuck on walls and you can't. Everyone just doesn't try walking through the bloody doors.
Is that a door? I couldn't even see the door. Yeah, so
that's not a door. That's bloody machinery and a hole in the wall.
Well, I can't get through there. It's not letting me go through.
Exactly. You're not supposed to be able to fit through it.
Oh, well, I don't know why we can see up there. So
because it's a hole, but doesn't mean it's a hole big enough for you to go through.
Gotcha.
Is this hallway blocked? Is that why I can't walk straight?
Yep, that's what we were just talking about.
Well, somehow Doc got up there. I mean, Roger got up there. I'm Doc.
Roger went a different route. He's the long route round, didn't he?
Yeah, he went up. He went through the other side.
He went the smart way round.
Got my weapon drawn, by the way, in case anything comes out of the.
Problem. The Doc's going to look at. As you get to there, basically, you can now see the vastness of space through a huge rent in this side of the ship, and you can see the whole place seems literally torn. Someone's gone mad on the hull. Let's see if it works. No.
Stuck to the walls too much there.
Which is the way I gotta follow these guys out of here? Because I'm not seeing where they're getting through and where not.
I think you're stuck on a wall again. This is it. It's fancy grounds lets you get stuck on walls. It's very annoying sometimes.
Well, Morgana's perfectly fine with staying where
If
she
you
is.
go, Morgana, if you go up a little bit, there's a door above you.
So for you guys, there's the door.
Yeah, you got it. That's
there.
a bit too far, but there's a door. Yeah, there's a door there. Yeah.
Oh, what's that on the floor there?
I'm going to turn off.
Rent floors, for the most part.
No, it looks like eggs.
No, that it's actually no, it's not eggs. It looks like vents in the floor, doesn't it? I am going to turn off. Oh, snap! The grid was on us. There we go. I'm going to do that because you guys can move freely then, and it's not my problem. Roger has made it to the command deck.
Turned on or something?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Can I get my flashlight turned on or something? Because I can't see anything.
Oh, have you not got a flashlight in your inventory?
Okay, I'm not able to get anywhere here. Obviously, I didn't move at all.
You can just click the effects window and just drag torch onto your character on the combat tracker, and it'll do the trick for you.
I'm jealous of this med bay.
Window. I got torch.
Did torch? I thought torch had lighting.
Hello, Linda.
I thought flashlighting was in there now. Ah, that's because someone doesn't have a torch under their equipment. So they will be in the dark if they don't have a torch. Okay, Roger. So basically, I think as everyone's worked out, they've searched most of the ship at this point. There doesn't appear to be anybody on board.
Nobody on
Okay.
board?
I'm going to see if there's some way of getting a little bit of power so I can download the ship's logs.
Can we tell what happened here? And
Nobody
there's
on
no
board.
sign of.
Have
It's-
no. Can we? There's no way we could salvage it, right?
It's in a bad way. No. It's
Not without having a salvage
it's-
operation
yeah,
or something.
no. This is actually okay. Having looked at the configuration, although you get the impression this might be one of an expedition force patrol craft. So, but only now once you're inside it. It was the disconcerting thing was the external markings didn't mark it as an an EXFOR patrol craft, which is a bit disconcerting in its own right.
Himany's heading back to the airlock.
I am serious about the beds, though. If we can get those off and over to the other ship.
I'll grab a bed. I'll grab one of the mattresses at
doesn't
least.
he?
Yeah.
Because he gets low light vision from his spectral imager, which should be saying, okay, why is that not working?
Yeah, now I don't know if it seemed to be okay before. I could see stuff before you torched me.
I haven't torched, but that's okay.
Or someone torched me.
I mean, you're in there now, so I can do that. It makes life easier.
No worries. I just was mentioning it because I know that's what that eyepiece is for.
Yeah.
Hey, is there anything obvious on, since I've seen both sides of the energy field? Is there anything obvious about the energy field?
No, you're not sure. It just seems to be. It looks basically. It's running off its own self-contained power supply, and that's.
Can I power it down and take it with me?
It's basically it's a standard. Well, yeah, yeah. You can give it a shot. Make an electronics roll.
Himany's heading back to the ship.
Okay,
Electronics.
can I have okay, and if you're trying to get into the computer logs, okay, there's no power to the ship, so before you'll be able to get into the computers, someone's going to have to do something with the engine core.
Okay, where's the engine room?
I made it.
Well, put me by the power core and I will see what I can do.
It's right there.
Okay, so you need
I think-
repair roll? You need a repair roll?
Yeah.
I think Linda made her electronics roll.
She did. That's why I turned the force field off.
Is this from here?
Can I take it with me?
I know. Yeah. Just make a note in your inventory. I didn't think too much about it at this time. It might be important later. As I say, I spent most of the morning. I spent more of the morning fighting version 3 of Savage US than anything else. Has anyone worked out how to share the characters on the new version? Because I can't find the share option anyway.
Yeah, you have to.
Please don't tell me I have to create a campaign and then invite people to the campaign to see the characters in it.
No, there's a share link.
No, well, it's a little more complicated than that. If you do it to do it through a campaign, like you have a character create a new one, and then like a dummy character, and then you can there's on the save things on the right menu, there's like an export to, and you export it to, and it overwrites the file.
No, that's crap. Compared to the old days, I could just click a button and it would create a URL to share with people. I can't believe they got rid of that, because that was, I can't believe they've decided to ignore that. And
anyway. Oh, you mean to like have a share URL? That I think you can still do, but they have to do it from their own page.
Yeah, but if I'm no, but what I'm trying to say is, I used to create. Well, I'm creating the pre-gens for next Saturday's game. How do I share them with you guys so you can see the character sheets?
There's the same URL. You just have to go to create.
I'll have to look again. I spent ages this morning. I couldn't find the bloody button. Anyway, that's by the by. Morgana, you get the engines up and running. Not the engines are up and running. You get minimal power up and running, which if I'd done it right, I could turn on the red lighting, but it doesn't work, so I'm not going to worry about it. Which is enough to get limited access to the computers, Roger.
Linda is scavenging the medical bay for medicine and plastic bags.
Okie dokie, make a notice roll.
Oh, to make a roll for that. Okay.
Notice.
You're mean.
Searching is notice. I shall give it a go. Thank you. Actually, okay.
Notice. Yes. She notices. Yes. She notices. Yes, she notices. Yes, she notices a lot.
You got me confused now. My data. No, because saves is the V2 data. You should be using. That's the legacy system. Anyway, I'm going to worry about that later. Okay. Yeah, it would appear that this was. This is an expeditionary force combat shuttle disguised to not appear as such. There does appear to be heavily encrypted, and they do appear to be damaged data files that seem to list what exactly the ship's mission was. However, the last thing you do pick up from the system logs upon the ship is it was basically in the belt performing standard exercise maneuvers when the proximity alarms went off, and that's the last thing in the logs. Other than from that, you can then see the system recording the event logs, as it were, for the system recording catastrophic damage, life support failure, outer hull penetrated.
Was it hit by a meteor or space debris or?
There's a worrying long rent going along the entire length of the ship through the whole there's a whole, obviously, basically the whole flight deck's exposed to space, and the whole back of the ship's exposed to space. The logs don't say it, but there is, as far as the system says, it doesn't appear that it was engaged in combat. The proximity alarms went off, and the next thing that happened was catastrophic life support failure. Atmosphere venting into space. It looks like one of their engineers got one of the force fields up, and it looks like he was trying to set up the second to try and hold the atmosphere in, but that failed, and then something basically ripped half the flight deck away. Well,
my feeling is we should get the helicopter dodge now, because there's nothing here.
Linda finished noticing in the medical bay. Does that lead to anything?
Okay, Linda. Oh, Linda, you basically, you find. Not only do you find what you were looking for in the plastic bags and everything, but basically you do find some military grade medical supplies that are worth quite a pretty penny, and also very good at dealing with nasty injuries on the own crew if you want them. So,
well, I will grab whatever I can, and point out stuff to other people so they can grab it.
Yeah, just tell me what to grab and I'll grab it.
I point out all the important stuff.
Want any of the beds taken or anything like that?
Yeah, if you can. I mean, it's totally up to you. As long as we're making do, it's fine. We don't need to grab everything. But the medical supplies are hard to come by, so I'd point out that first. That's
I'll
first
grab
priority.
Whatever needs grabbing. Yeah, everyone's got a strength +2 at the moment, so
not me.
We have because of the 0G.
But okay, Linda's heading back to the other ship with her pockets and her plastic bags full of medicine and all that stuff.
Pushing a cot.
I'll let somebody else do the bed moving.
Bellboy. You were talking about drummers.
I'll grab a mattress in the other end and
Okay.
take that back as well.
So it would appear
Don't know
that
if
we can get
anybody
outta
got
here.
that, but
so your legal obligations are have actually been
Fulfilled.
yes, thank you, fulfilled, because technically, maritime style laws do apply, and therefore, you are supposed to respond and investigate. Because at the end of the
okay. So I didn't know that. There's like we're supposed to do that.
well, it's very
Yes.
much you're supposed to, and that's the key word is supposed. You're not necessarily enforced to do it, but the end of the day is if you're drifting in space, do you what I was trying to imply was when you're drifting in space, do you really want me to have the guys say we'll come back in 8 days for you?
If you're on a ship and you're messaging Mayday, is anybody supposed to come to help, or are they just supposed to go on their merry way?
Don't
But
forget,
on the flip side,
but do not forget, space pirates will send out false Mayday signals to lure people in. So what I'm saying is you're supposed to. I'm not saying you're legally obligated to, but it's the unwritten rule that you should. Is you know what I mean? It's very much a case of, treat others as you would hope they treat you, as it were.
Christian space.
As we loot the ship.
Exactly. Well, it's salvage now, isn't it?
There's nobody there.
It technically falls under salvage. If there's no survivors on board, then the ship falls under salvage laws.
Well, that seems like an invitation to murder, hobo.
Well, yeah, that's what pirates are all about. Morgana, go ahead and grab whatever spare parts you think you might need. Go ahead and strip the engine room as much as you're willing to. We'll give you an hour.
Okay.
I'll stay with Morgana and help her because I'm stronger than.
Okay, well, I'm already out of the ship, but we'll assume that, I was in the engine room when he said that. What all can I salvage? And do you need a roll for me to be able to do that?
Yeah, make a repair roll.
So I'm taking a cot over, but I'm going to come back if there's any medical supplies that I can pick up.
Well, Linda found some very good medical supplies. You reckon there's quite a few good bits here. There's even another compression coil that gives you 3 now.
Oh, now I've got 3 of them. We're gonna need all them we can get. So I'm gonna salvage everything.
That'll never break again.
Hey, if I can't fix it, it ain't broke. So
if you can't fix it, it ain't broke. That.
Roger, can I have a notice check from you, please, just before you sign off the bridge?
If I can't fix
I
it,
want to Benny that.
work in the first place.
That sounds better.
Well, the shorthand for that is if I can't fix it, it ain't broke. You guys never watch the, really family type movies, do you?
Don't know. Maybe. Watch all kinds of movies.
That's a line from a movie that starred Kenny Rogers called Six Pack.
I'm all about Hallmark.
It wasn't Hallmark because he played a washed up, alky, no good, broken down race car driver that managed to rescue 6 kids from a sheriff who was exploiting them because they were all like whiz mechanics, and he had his pit crew. And that was the 10-year-old's line. If I can't fix it, it ain't broke.
That's right out of the 70s. It's got to be.
Yeah, he caught him because they stripped down his race car. And he went after his parts.
So he rolled a 15.
He did, and I told him.
You rolled a 15 with a D4? Nice job.
He bended it.
He did bend it.
Right.
So.
Do I need to make a roll to clean up after Linda, or did she get everything?
She found everything worth taking, so I'm not going to worry too much about it for now. I will sort of.
She's the bag. She's the bag queen.
Come to this window and see what Roger's doing.
He seems to be staring.
Oh, at this point, Roger's probably headed back to the ship.
Yeah, no problem at all. Let's put everybody back.
And
reckless.
I'd be flying behind you, towing these containers of all these parts that I could manage to salvage off of here.
So if I take Jinx and do that, good. Yeah, I was okay. It does link. Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes today it is. So that's
Hey, we're back. Is there gravity now? Can I feel better?
Turn the ship back. You can turn the gravity back on now.
I think it takes an hour, but yeah, I'll kick the gravity drive back on, and you'll get.
Yeah,
Hey,
please,
wait for me.
please don't turn the gravity drive off again. Just leave it on.
Well, when we
no,
get
you
close to
can't.
gravity, we have to turn it off.
Now we should have enough cots for everybody.
Yeah, but where are you gonna put your?
Well, I'll take one of them for the shuttle, and put the
Yeah,
mattress
It's
back.
pretty big. You could put another cot in the crew quarters and in the one, the one on the east side and the other one on the west side. Yeah,
Definitely.
Well, Morgana
there's room
rigged
for more
herself
beds.
a jury-rigged hammock in the engine room, and she's already dragged her spare parts up there and is
Linda will hang out with her cot in the workshop.
in a nice, organized.
Fair enough.
And the medical, where's the medical bay on this ship? Is there a medical bay on this ship?
Yeah.
Marked medical bay.
Marked medical.
Well, the workshop is now the medical bay.
No,
No,
the medical bay is the other. If you look, medical base is medical.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Okay. Linda's going to drop off supplies in the medical bay and keep a little for herself.
No problem at all.
Okay.
Let's get back. Let's get on with the mission, shall we?
Vroom, vroom.
Does Linda have a habit we should be aware of?
She might be soon.
Yeah, you put an extra cot in the northeast room and in the southwest room. So.
Oh, I'm gonna have to give Deckard another. I'm gonna have to give Deckard another sympathy, Benny. Calendar, right?
I mean, seriously, WTF, right? I mean, there's a perfectly good bunk bed in the room with Deckard, and this guy's humping a cot from one spaceship to the next.
Well, the guy is a girl.
Don't take it personally.
It's not for me.
The guy humping the cot at the end of the day is a girl doing it rather than.
But still, either way,
a girl who asked Deckard to share. Oh no, not. Yeah, who asked Deckard to? Was it Deckard? I don't know anymore.
Roger asked Roger to share, but Roger didn't want to share because he needed to be up by the.
Oh, well, then what's Deckard?
We've still got to deal with Roger. Roger needs to.
What's Deckard complaining about? I don't get it. Anyhow, Linda's lying down. There isn't enough gravity to make her feel better.
Well, obviously, once you get going again, you're okay. But yeah, gravity wells, you have to turn them off once you're within X 100,000 miles of planets and other stations. So. Anyway.
I'm going to sort out the new supplies in the med bay.
Okay, but you have to turn the gravity drive off for doing maneuvers as well, dear.
It doesn't say you have to.
So we didn't have to turn the gravity drive off to land to get.
Well, we had to turn the gravity drive off to stop.
But we'd have to stop because the spaceship is still the one that's stranded is still traveling at probably 10 or 15,000 miles an hour or something because it's in space. Didn't put the brakes on, did it? And if it got hit by, it's not just to go, oh, I'm going to stop moving now. It's still moving.
Okay, but if the gravity drive is on, we are still applying thrust, is what I meant.
We could
also, if your gravity drive is on and you approach another spaceship, if your gravity drive is on and you approach another spaceship, you are now sucking. You will now pull that spaceship towards you.
Would you?
It's called docking.
Yeah, I'm not sure you would. I don't think you would do that. I think that you'd. The gravity drive.
Gravity drives have to be turned off when you come into contact with another artificial gravity, or a gravity planet. Otherwise, all sorts of horrible things happen.
A little tiny spaceship isn't going to be generating enough gravity.
Doesn't a well-designed gravity drive have anti-gravity modulators on it, so you can approach other ships?
This is not science fiction. There is no such thing as anti-gravity.
Well,
modulators.
We haven't discovered it yet, but anyway, I still don't think we need to turn the gravity drive off for flying. If it's a
by the way, if anyone, by the way,
matching...
just remember something. If you know your Deadlands lore, don't forget who built them.
Bad guys.
Darius Hellstrom built the gravity drives.
And isn't it a Hellstrom that operates the station?
Yep.
And anybody named Darius is obviously evil.
Yeah.
With the
Bearing in mind that Darius
exception of the first
Hellstrom.
rule of Darius Rucker.
Yeah. Bearing in
Anybody
mind
named
that, as far as
Hellstrom.
you know, Darius Hellstrom is still alive, and he was born in 18 something or other.
Right.
Yeah, but my point was not that anything to do with Darius. My point is that we didn't need to turn the gravity drive off the dock with another ship.
Yes, you do. Otherwise, the
Really?
other ship. Yes. If two ships with if both ships have got their gravity drives on and they get too
Other
close
ship
to
didn't
one
have a
another,
gravity drive on, did it? It was just
no.
floating
So
in
then
space.
you know
We didn't know that.
no. Well, you did because it wasn't moving. Secondly, if you leave your gravity drive on, you are basically creating gravitational forces, aren't you? Therefore, you will suck things towards you.
Then we could have just sucked it along behind in our gravity and dragged it with us.
Yeah, that's what we could have done. Yeah, I'm sure.
What
yeah,
happens? What happens? Okay, let's put it another way. What happens when an asteroid gets caught in the gravitational pull of a planet, and when your ship's on, your ship exerts a gravitational pull. So you were telling me you wanted to go to a ship that's of comparable size to you, and pull it towards you at terminal velocity.
At gravitational speeds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not buying it. But I'm a nuke and I don't know about these things. But I think you just make it up as you go along.
I am, because it's all bollocks. But the point I'm trying to make
Yeah, that's what I think. I think you could have. I think that we need to speak to this guy who thinks he's in charge and can turn the gravity drive when he wants to. But let's get on with our mission and get to the planet. Just going to give Roger a stern look.
Roger, I don't know if Roger wants to point out the thing I did point out to him earlier about shaving a day off.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely kick it in.
What, shaving a day off what?
Travel times.
How are you doing that?
Well, by just pushing the engines a little bit harder. I mean, we'll get there in plenty of time, guys. Not a problem.
Are you going to plan on warning me that you're planning on stressing these engines further?
Step away
Should
for a
I?
bit. Be right back.
I will allow Commodore.
Well, actually, what I say is, okay, guys, everybody, hold on. Since you're all upset over the fact that I stopped, I'm going to push the engines a little bit, and we'll make up for lost time. It's all good.
And
we don't need to
anyone
push
but
the
him
engines
can
a bit.
make a common knowledge roll.
We only who?
Everyone except you can make a common knowledge roll.
I'm not making a common knowledge roll because spaceships.
Exactly. Deckard seems
I know nothing.
Deckard.
They're so butthurt
Deckard
over
definitely
nobody
missed
wanting to
his
room
physics
with him. He
classes.
can't think straight.
Hard failed physics. Or basic math.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, yeah, that's absolutely fine. It seems perfectly reasonable to all of you, especially Deckard, that basically all Rogers has to do is push the engines a little faster and he can shave a whole day off the travel. I wouldn't worry about it.
So where did he figure that out from?
Because I'm
The
a
computer.
freaking pilot.
Physics class.
We're going to almost convince them something to it, but alas, she only got a 7.
Oh. Somebody should use one of the.
Not a problem. Anyway, it is now. But basically, the next couple of days passes without event. It is now Friday, the 33rd of Koldark.
I thought you were going to say the 13th.
No.
33rd is the actual unlucky day in the space code.
Basically, you are at least 12 hours out from New Providence.
Wait, isn't that the same day it was a little while ago?
It was, but that's because I didn't announce it because everyone started talking again. So, so you're 24. Okay. You're 24 hours out from Providence because you shaved one day off, didn't you? Yeah.
First.
And at which point you get a flash message coming up on the consoles in Operations Center.
Oh.
Also, it will be on the flight deck, but also can be viewed in the operations area as well, which is like the crew area.
It's so unlucky. I'm sorry. What's the message that comes up?
Call up the message. What does it say?
Basically, it is it's obviously a wideband broadcast message from the Colonial Rangers, basically saying that you've been flagged on the manifest and will be visited in 12 hours for spot inspection.
What, before we land on the planet?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hurry up to the planet.
Yeah. There was nothing there.
Our destination.
They found some stuff out.
Oh, then we're going to have to float around 12 hours in 0G.
No. You're in 12 hours. They're planning to rendezvous with you, because, assuming you're on your manifest route for spot inspection to make sure you're not smuggling anything.
Is this X4?
Did any of that stuff we
Colonial
salvaged?
Rangers.
Is it
Why don't we
with the Colonial Rangers on there?
Why don't we redirect them to the Colonial Ranger undercover ship that we found and tell them there's some sort of problem with one of their ships?
Oh no! Don't forget that ship was Expeditionary Force, which is not the Colonial Rangers. They're the
but none of the stuff we brought over is stamped Expeditionary Force or anything.
No. But they wouldn't care anyway, because the Colonial Rangers are the cops basically, and the Expeditionary Force were the military that basically decided they'd set up a military dictatorship on Banshee, and basically people didn't want to do it, and there was a civil war for want of a better thing, and then the Expeditionary Force came back and blanket bombed. But basically the Expeditionary Force killed most of the Anouks. They wiped out a lot of them from orbital bombardments and stuff.
They're the bad
and
guys,
don't forget the Expeditionary Force are the ones who made all the transmuters into breakers when they released the EXFOR virus.
That's what we like.
Okay.
So,
has anyone checked the cargo to make sure it's not illegal?
they're the bad guys, as it were, but they're the bad guy humans.
Has anyone checked the cargo to make sure it's not illegal?
Isn't it just food?
Yeah, but do we know that? Have we checked?
Why would anybody mess with food?
They might be smuggling something else to the planet,
You're being paranoid. That guy seemed legit to me. Do we want to check the cargo?
No, we do not want to break the seals.
Okay, we've got a proper job roster thing and all that nonsense.
Do we want to squirrel away at one of the cargoes somewhere hidden, so we at least have one of them somewhere?
So the guy that we contracted with is.
Because then it would show up as missing on the roster, wouldn't it?
And the Colonial.
No, I mean,
the Colonial Rangers would know of him, because that's their job. They're the police force of Banshee, and this was all Banshee instigated. So they'll know from the manifest whether it's legitimate or not.
Indeed. But
yeah,
like
we're
I
just
said,
cargo
the
haulers.
manifest
We're not going to get in trouble.
says what you're carrying. And
Yeah, but as long as those crates are sealed, we can plead, plausible deniability. Hey, the guy contracted us. We threw him on board. It's taken, and we got a little bit sidetracked. Hey, there's a
Rangers.
A few more EXFOR on the system.
What are these guys called? The what Rangers?
Colonial Rangers.
Colonial Rangers. Thank you.
Yeah, I need to add them into the
And are they generally good guys, or are they just the police brutality guys?
Generally good guys, yes.
Okay.
When I say the cops, you've got to bear in mind, don't forget, at the end of the day, this is the Wild West in space. So they're the federal marshals, and you get good ones and you get bad ones, don't you? You get
I think we should start looking for hidey holes in the ship and squirrel away one of the at least one of the cargo there, so that.
But then, if they go for the manifest and see one's missing,
they're
going to actually check the cargo, or are they going to check the manifest and make sure that we're en route?
If it's a spot check, they have the rights to break the custom seals and physically open crates, and a spot check, they'll pick them at random.
But the seals were placed by the Colonial Rangers on Banshee, correct?
Not by the Colonial Rangers, by the custom officials, assuming they are legitimate seals. They looked good.
Okay, so they're sealed. They were sealed by officials on Banshee, which means that as long as we don't break the seals,
our asses are covered.
Yeah, so let's just leave it
As
and
long
just
as we
carry
don't
on.
break the seals.
Carry
exactly.
on as with our mission.
I'm going back up in the engine room. I got parts to stash. And
I'm going to keep an eye on Roger, make sure he doesn't turn the engines off when he doesn't need to.
Okay. No problem at all.
Linda's going to check on the meds just to be sure everything's squared away.
Okay, Saturday, the 34th of Cold turns up.
Deckard's
and,
gonna.
sorry,
Deckard's just gonna hang out in his bedroom by himself.
okay.
Yeah, what is he doing, Deckard, in his bedroom on his own? What posters have you got on the wall?
Sadly,
You are you're due to deliver at Due Providence today. Also, it should be worth pointing out that it's 16 hours. So it's 16 hours after the. It's 16 hours since you got the message that the Colonial Rangers will be with you in 12, and they didn't make contact, so therefore you didn't have to break out of.
Okay, so we just carry on, deliver our stuff.
A flash
Is there-
message. A flash message pops up again across the consoles in the operations area and on the flight deck.
What's the message say?
It comes up from. It's basically a broadband broadcast requesting why your ship didn't present itself at the allotted time. Have you made a deviation to your manifested course?
Yeah, so whoever's going to reply, tell them we didn't change anything. We never got any rendezvous message. We was expecting them to come and meet us, not the other way around. We haven't changed course, have we?
Yes, we did.
When did we change
yeah,
course?
because remember Roger was trying to shave some time off.
Beyond normal.
Roger and his time
Okay.
shaving.
So yes, our course did change.
oh boy.
Oh dear, Roger and his dodginess.
At this point,
So there's
Will,
two things he's
I'm
got.
going to give you a +3 bonus to the +2 bonus I gave you earlier, so your common knowledge does come up to an 8. Actually, to shave a whole day off, yes, he has been running the engines a little above the normal recommended safety margins, but the other thing he has to do to shave that much time off is to sort of be a little more loose with the safety protocols on proximity on the routes to be taken. Like sometimes you sort of take the route that takes you a bit closer to the very big rock that will basically interrupt with your gravity fields and stuff like that. That's about the only way you can get you can save much time.
Okay, well then, Deckard or Roger, you've got to tell them that you changed the course because you thought you could save time.
Well, someone who
Didn't
can
plot it
be
either.
persuasive can make a convincing bluff report. Yes.
All right, I'll get on the line and apologize.
Well, you've got to come up with is a reasonable
Communication.
reason for why you had to change your flight path.
We got a late start.
Pilots,
You guys
our
hear me?
pilots too independent.
Yes.
No, we got a late start. We did. We remember we started a day late.
We apologize. We ran into an issue. Our course, our pilot
Compression coil that went down.
update.
Not
the
only
course.
that, the delivery is urgent.
All right,
it's
guys, let the guy who's
supplies
talking talk.
Yes, I was going to say, let the poor chap finish his sentence.
So I will apologize that did not realize the pilot had not sent you the updated course corrections due to some problems ran into along the route. He will fix this momentarily. And I look at Roger and say, well, send them our route.
Yeah, okay. I'll send an updated profile of how we're traveling, where we are.
Okay, no problem at all. I just clicked something I didn't mean to click there.
Click the wrong thing.
Yeah, I still get the layer things wrong sometimes. It's very disconcerting. Right, there we go. They basically I like your performance roll. Yep, you get a response back saying, "Okay, Reckless, we'll we'll let it slide this time. However, next time you're selected for a random check. Will obviously be a dance.
We better be there. Understood.
And next time you get selected for a random inspection, tell them you've changed your course from the one when you left. Yeah.
Indeed. So,
bloody pilots.
Okay, but you basically you find as your flight you arrive at what the belt that's been designated New Providence, and as you fly over the surface of the asteroid, and I need to work out how this one works because line of sight. I will need to put someone on the map to give you guys. We'll put Roger on the map so you can. He will give line of sight for everyone, won't he? There we go. I just need to put someone on the map to create line of sight for you guys when I share it. So as you're flying over the map, you see the New Providence loading bay coming up. It's the only part of the New Providence mining structure that's above ground. And,
I don't see
I'm not seeing anything that looks like a loading bay.
I'm seeing a lot of rock.
You're not seeing anything? Oh, let me have a look.
So you've got probably DM view on.
Yeah, I've got a couple lines that I can.
The layer you've got probably selected. Do you know the token for view? That's it. Now we can see it.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I've done it loads of times. I can see the map, but there's no floor because I had the floor in a separate layer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I forgot to, and I had it turned off. Yeah, it's all right.
So yeah, now I think I can get. Yeah.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and move in and land, I guess.
Okay. Basically, I'm going to delete that token, but I'm not sure what happens when map-wise. I think it shows you as you remember it, doesn't it?
We've got a blank now, but yeah, you won't remember. But it doesn't matter. We know what it is.
I'll just leave Roger up there so you can see. It's annoying, the line of sight. I did see something about a request about saving it, and he made it. It's like, how long do you save it for? So I'm just going to leave Roger up there because someone needs to have line of sight.
That was Doug talking about it the other day on that stream, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so you get a voice comes over the con, basically going, "Oh, Reckless, but are we glad to see you guys? Yep, come on, land on it, and you have full clearance. So, we need a nice piloting check."
Come on, crit fail.
Don't. There we are. We'll put the Reckless on the landing bay.
Beautiful.
So it's nowhere near to scale when you look how big the steps are, but that's by the by. We won't worry about that. Oh, I know why. Because after I did the map, what I meant to do was change the scale size down to 70 by 70, but after I did the map. But anyway, yep. And you are basically once you land another one of Hellstrom's. Well, basically you can. There is obviously once you land on the asteroid, there is some gravity again. I'm going to re-add you because you're the wrong size. So the planet's running at about 1/3 gravity. It's not that big, but it is actually it's very much denser than you would expect. I'm just going to pop you guys outside the ship. You're not to scale, but we won't worry too much about that. The ship should be bigger and off the map, but I just wanted it for an idea. And yeah, so basically a voice comes up going, "Well, right, hi, thanks guys. All you need to do is just load the lift up and we can take it from there. Thanks."
I'm stepping away for just a sec. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah. We'll start maneuvering boxes, I guess.
Morgana's going to stay with the engine room to make sure they don't send somebody in to muck with her engine room and muck them all up. She don't trust anybody, really, if they're not on Banshee.
No problemo. Yep, so basically...
Is there any kind of confirmation code or something like that we need to...
No.
Deliver it to the right people?
No, well, it doesn't. I've just knocked something over. Doesn't appear to be the case. They seem quite happy that you are the guys they were expecting, and quite happy for you to offload the stuff.
Hang on, weren't they supposed to offload?
Well, no, the other
Going
guys.
onto a lift, aren't we?
Yeah. Himini, I notice you're exploring there, so you keep going if you wish. Let me unlock tokens. There we go. You see a corridor, and just ahead of you, it appears to be a lift, a maintenance lift. Yeah, I mean a loading bay lift, I should say. Which you press the button and it arrives and the doors open.
Found a lift.
Indeed.
Door's locked.
Yeah, the other door around my side is the one you want.
Because obviously it depends on what floor you're on, which side the door's open. That side is technically a wall. But anyway, as I say, all you've got to do is that goes no. You put the cargo in the lift, guys. That's all you need to do, and then we'll let Fisher know the supplies were delivered, and he'll pay you when you get back.
Do we not need something stamped to prove that we delivered it?
Okay, so it's you said it's light gravity, about 1/10 gravity.
Third.
1/3 gravity. Okay. All right. Is there like a trolley or a jack or something that we can load this stuff across with?
Yes, yeah. There definitely is. Yeah, they're dotted around the bay. They're not on the map. Are basically a couple of you know the ones with the sort of three wheels in a triangle, so they go up the stairs. So you can load them up and take them up. It'll take. I mean, it's about 64 crates. So it'll take you a couple of hours to offload everything.
All right, I get to work.
No problems at all. What's everyone else up to? It'll take longer, obviously, the less people doing it, but.
Well,
Help as I can.
Morgana would have stayed behind, making sure everything was secure in the engine room. Since and that Rogers overstraining the drives didn't do any damage. Overstraining old parts.
Oh, it's not like I was racing the engine the whole time.
Yeah, well,
He wasn't so
just
much
96% of the time.
He wasn't so much. I mean, to be honest, the way he described it was overstraining the engines. What he was really doing was overriding the safety protocols on the navigation systems more than overstraining the engines. But obviously, telling you that might have but telling the rest of the crew that might have made them a little more anxious. So he just said, "Oh, make the engines go faster."
Which only made Morgana anxious.
Indeed. But anyway, it doesn't take you too long to load up everything, and say a few hours later, you've offloaded everything. Everything's all hunky-dory, and
Linda wants to explore the environs immediately around the place, just sort of doing her archaeological scan.
Sure. The ship's there. You can just walk up. You can walk outside the loading bay area.
Oh, that's what she does.
He's doing it for you at the moment.
So I'm gonna go with her, I suppose. Make sure she doesn't fall into any holes with funny asteroids.
So I would like to, if I can, check in with the medical authorities or maybe the somebody in charge of the space dock and see if I can help them.
Okay. Actually, can I, Linda? Before you move on from where you were, can I have a notice check? Actually, sorry, who was saying they were checking into the authorities?
Yeah, to see if I can help out with it. If any medical things that I can help out treating people suffering from hunger or,
Oh, yeah. No. The message you get back is, oh no, absolutely no problems at all here. You got us here. We're fine. We had enough supplies to last us, and you've just topped us up, and These supplies you brought will keep us going for another 6 months. No worries here.
Ah, the panic station was not necessary.
Sorry, I'm looking for
Okay,
something.
I guess we will
Notice
finish
check.
unloading.
Indeed.
Is that a bit weird to me? That seems like it might be a bit weird.
No, it just sounds like normal DOS walk.
No.
I'll take that as a
Roger
compliment.
already knows that we were just paid for a smuggling run without being told what the smuggle was. Roger knows this.
Hmm.
But Roger also knows
notice
better
check.
to make a fuss about it.
Yes, basically, as you got to where you are right now, you notice some disturbingly familiar bluish-white crystals on the ground, just over here.
Oh, the alien stuff. Hey, I flag over him and like.
Me.
So I back off a little. Well, I thought I could back off. How come I didn't step back? There we go. And I flag over him and I'm like, hey, check this out.
Have a look.
This colony sounds weird, and now I wonder if everything's okay. Because remember, this place is underground. We can't see what's going on.
Oh yeah, but these are on the surface, so I wouldn't worry. I'm sure it's fine.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Himini?
What am I supposed to be seeing?
Blue crystals, like those alien eggs things that we saw before.
Ah. Well, since we've seen them before, I'm going to touch one.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
That's the best way. Don't run off, Linda, because
I'm getting an early start.
If you run off, I can't protect you, can I? Yeah.
Because that worked
No,
so
but
well.
if you touch that thing, you can't protect me either. I keep
Killed it in
running.
one hit last time. Do you remember?
Okay, right.
I was nauseous back then. I can't remember anything.
Well, yeah, he was in your spacesuit, but I still protected you and everyone else.
Can I have
Can
I have an agility check, please?
An agility check. Oh boy, here we go. Game is on.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. These ones seem a bit bigger. These ones seem a bit bigger than the old ones. As you
Blue,
pick up,
were they
my
blue
God.
last time or were they black? Oh, they are. Oh, right, these are big.
as soon as you pick it up, you suddenly think, "Hang on, I do know where I've seen it before." As it starts, shimmers, breaks open, and two things lunge at you. Completely picked it up.
Why?
I can't believe he did that.
I'm yelling. I'm like, we have a problem out here.
I can't believe he did that. I really can't believe he did that. Okay, so that's I say a six soaks one of the wounds. So you soaked. Okay, you completely soak the second attack and soak one of the two wounds from the first attack. Are you happy with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Does Himini have a spacesuit, or does Himini
Yes,
just walk around
yep.
as is?
I'm in my spacesuit, don't worry.
Okay, so right at this point, Linda's starting to shout out of warnings, but we shall get jinx. Basically, Linda's shouting stuff, and also all of you are picking up because I'm nice. All of you are picking up. All of you have your suits are linked to each other, and all of you.
I just want to be clear. Linda is yelling so loud that her mic is breaking up, and the only thing that's clear is blue aliens, blue aliens.
The rest of you are getting alarmed
Static.
that Himini's spacesuit has been ruptured.
Okay, tell me when it's Linda's
if you go
turn.
That way, Jinx, you won't. That's only moving you deeper into the landing bay.
Well, that's what I assume I was doing, was helping move cargo.
Sorry, yeah, point taken. Okay, you're wheeling the next amount of cargo down the corridor. That sounds good to me. I like that. Roger.
Oh, bother. More of these stupid aliens. All right, let's take a run.
Oh dear, I can't believe you did
I
that.
presume I can dart under the ship.
Yes, of course you can.
Okay, then I will dart to there.
You'll dart to that, no problem at all. That gets
And
us
that
to
will be my
Morgana, who's
turn.
inside the ship.
So she's going to hear it, and because she's got the repair, she repaired what's her name's suit last time. She's going to run and get that. This will probably only just get her out of the ship.
Yeah, we'll say you're basically you go out the bottom airlock and you're at the bottom of the ship there, we'll say, for ease. Okay. Okay. Now, so Prowler number... Oh, I need to check which one was which. Prowler number...
Well, they got 2 attacks in, and for what? A surprise attack, even though
Yes.
Okay. Strange.
Okay, so Prowler got...
When I touched them, I knew they were going to come out, which is why I touched them, to see if they were going to come alive.
Yeah.
Why?
I've seen this before. Let's see if it's the same. It wasn't.
Okay, so Prowler number 2... Prowler number 2, because you soaked it, technically it counts as it didn't successfully hit you. It basically, therefore, is floating up into space already as it launched out the crystal, which means it's already floating upwards. Conversely, at this point, also it has failed its vigor check, so it does take a wound, which I think should kill it. So it literally just does burst.
Why is it taking a wound for?
They're not adapted
It's
to
suffering
space.
vacuum of space.
Ah, brilliant. Okay, so we don't even have to kill them, fight them. We just have to stand back a bit.
Well, the other one is actually the other one is inside the spacesuit with you at the moment.
How big is it?
Ew.
Can Linda see this?
Inside my spacesuit.
Well, because basically it launched itself at you successfully.
It's got part of itself stuck in me, is it? Right,
yeah,
okay.
it's basically got its jaws into you. So it's basically half in your suit, half out your suit. It's attached.
Okay,
to
well
you,
I can leave it there, and that'll keep him. That'll seal the gap then, won't it? So I'm not leaking until as long as his head's still in there. As long as I keep the head in, as long as I keep the head here, I'm safe.
Linda's going to try and get an angle on this other alien.
Yeah, the one.
And
you mean the one that's sort of attached to his leg?
The one that's alive, that seems to be,
Why
biting him.
And accept your move.
She has. Oh, that's not very good. I think she's going to try and use one of her powers. Can she havoc this creature? I don't remember how havoc works. Oh,
Don't havoc.
How come the player's guide is not loaded? I thought I already loaded it. How do you get that thing loaded? Oh well.
Box and it'll load.
Do you want me to just roll havoc? Is havoc a beam? No, I don't remember which one is a. Oh, that's not good. So I'm going to try shoot.
Havoc's not really one to use for.
I have a gun, and I'm really good with it.
And Himini with it potentially. Go for it.
I'm going to shoot with M21 at it, and I'm really good with the gun.
Distinctly dramatically appropriate that you hit Himini with this shot, for the record.
It's also likely. Here we go. Ooh, maybe not so likely.
Shot. There you go.
Yeah,
there we go.
If you missed, you would have done. Trait roll was a natural one, but no, you hit it. Go for it. Roll for damage.
Oh, I just closed that. Here we go.
For your
damage. I think that's damage. Toughness. Is that damage? Maybe I'll Benny that.
Yeah.
Can I roll it again?
Yeah, just drag a Benny onto the damage roll and it'll re-roll it.
Okay.
I just roll it again.
Do it that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Now just roll
Didn't re-roll it though.
Yeah, just roll it again.
I'm rolling it. Oh, that's even worse. I'm going to roll another one. Here we go. Ooh, that might work.
That'll work. Yeah.
It does really like eating
Okay.
Anouk flesh, though, so I might try soaking that, which I do. But it did cost me a penny to do that. But it was a good shot. Dog.
Okay. Well, I think my turn's over.
So, do I have? I am kind of guessing that I don't have my weapons with me. I don't think I'd carry them around.
That's
Um,
entirely up to you. Linda
I don't-
obviously decided she did, so I mean, you've landed on a strange place. I wouldn't deem it unusual for you not to, but it's up to you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then I will run to get over to them.
Still can't get over the fact you touched that. Oh, that's a good run. It's obviously the you're bouncing along. Hang on, he's running inside the compound, but that's fine.
Oh, can I? I don't even know where they're calling from.
That's a very they're outside. They're outside the loading bay.
And this is the only way outside this way.
Yeah.
You could go straight ahead and across. Or under
Well,
the
I mean,
plane.
obviously,
only
basically, this whole side here is
I can only
yeah,
get to
this whole
about there.
side. Yeah, basically, it's all open. It's you know what I mean. It's like there is walls down the sides, but that's about it. Yeah, I'll let you sort of bounce there and bounce back to there. Okay.
So the elevator's their airlock, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Yes, when the blast doors are open, yeah. That's sort of the main airlock, but obviously you've got that open so you can load stuff. So the elevator is the secondary air, functions the same as an airlock. Okay, so this creature gets to make a vigor roll. It does get a slight bonus because it's inside your spacesuit to a degree, so that's fine. Okay, it's going to keep munching on you, Himini. It seems to be trying to bury deep inside your torso. I wouldn't worry about that. The strange thing that's extending out of the back half of it. It looks like something like trying to lay eggs. I wouldn't worry about that. I really wouldn't.
Well, I'll kill it before it gets to lay an egg. Don't worry.
I'm afraid it's still trying to chew more of you, basically more of your flesh. However, you're obviously able to basically.
Yeah, I'm punching it in the head while it's trying to chew me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Deckard, you're probably coming from your position there. You're either taking another set of material, or to or from the left.
I'm coming back empty-handed, so I'm coming out to see what the ruckus is about.
Okie dokie. Jinx is moving rather than Deckard, but that's by the by.
Oh, whoops. My bad.
As we run, I'm beginning to think about the consequences of firing off a shotgun in low G.
That's a very good point. As you just pushing the trolley back calmly and thinking, "Oh, what the heck?"
Yeah, walking into walls.
Yep, exactly. And last but no means least, Himini. Is it that big? They won't fall.
Himini, you still with us?
Bash is sitting on the head.
I think Himini's unconscious from bite wounds.
Like he does get to make a vigor check, of course.
Ooh, look at that! Ooh, holy mackerel!
I think he hit it. We'll give him that.
Oh my goodness! Well played.
I'll keep the head in the wound so that my suit doesn't leak. Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Of course it does. I've chopped his head off with my axe. The body flies away and the head stays in the wound. Yeah.
And then everything gets sucked. All your insides get sucked out through its throat, which is open.
I told you.
It's a very sharp.
And the egg shot.
Tonight. Yeah. Right. Where were we? I've lost the page.
Did he just kill it?
Oh, he's definitely dead.
He's definitely dead, but that doesn't. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to try soaking it. It's damage. Oh, no, he didn't kill it.
Oh!
You get to make a vigor roll, Hibity. That's fine.
Well, I've got no bennies, so
that's a wound from decompression damage. Deckard with a joker, so you've got a Benny now at least.
All right.
Thank you for the Joker.
Jesus, that's 2 in a row.
But this is great. Himini and Linda go last. I have no actions.
You can spend a card to get a better card. You can spend Benny to get a better card, don't forget.
no, not if you haven't got any bennies.
You have one now. Thanks to the Joker.
I'm not seeing anything, so
You can spend a Benny if you want to increase your run. Because I'm nice like that. I should be.
that's okay. I didn't think you could, but that's okay.
Yeah, Morgana's gonna
Anything
keep
to make
moving.
it
Now I
easier,
can
guys.
move underneath like this, right?
Yep,
So that gets me to outside.
That gets you to outside. I love the fact it's just so far away from everyone that he's just going to be in a lot of crap before you get there. Anyway, Doc.
Yes, right then. Well, I guess we're still running.
Don't go in the jungle alone.
I wish I had. Would have been safer.
But you just wish you didn't point it out to him now.
Yes.
5 inches.
What did I do?
5 inches gets you to there.
Why did I do that?
10 gets you to there. You got 1 left. You'll know in future.
How far is he now?
You reckon he's a good do something in my head today? What's 14 times 6?
A long way away.
He's about 84 feet away.
Oh. Jeez. I think that's my turn then.
Okie doke.
It's out of range of my both weapons.
That brings us to Jinx. Still up in the loading bay with Linda freaking out.
I guess I'll head over towards the exit.
North or south to the exit, or you just risk a jump.
I'll get over to there.
He's risking a jump. You're
Down,
going
slow
to
G,
jump
plus
down from
2
that
pace.
elevated. You're going to jump down from the elevated height, are you, to the floor below rather than take the stairs?
That's slow G, so sure.
Make an athletics roll. Yeah, you're okay. As you say, it's low G, so I'll allow it. You jump down without any long-term injuries. Roger.
Okay, Roger is going to go ahead and step around the corner here. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
4 inches gets you to there.
And let's go ahead and take our other 1.5 up. And we'll go ahead and try and shoot the prowler. This should be interesting.
But it is dramatically appropriate to hit the thing that's obviously it misses
absolutely,
boom.
I know.
It is burying into. It is sort of chewing its way through his spacesuit as we speak. Ooh, that's a hit with a raise. You
Yeah,
happy
I'll
with
take
shaken?
that.
Okay. It remains shaken. Well, I'm going to leave it. It has to make its vigor check. It's inside the suit, so I'm giving it a +2 bonus because it is getting some oxygen. So it's okay, but it's not doing anything else. Himini. Beep, beep. Hello, are you there?
No, I'm not here. I'm in outer space.
I see.
I am going to defend and walk back. Can I run if I'm walking? If I'm doing that?
No, because defending is an action.
Okay, well that's what I'm going to do then.
Isn't it one with him since he's attached to it, or did he not get loose?
Oh yeah, it's attached to him. I'm just thinking it's interesting your concept defending something that's sort of physically attached
Well,
to
it's
you,
still,
but I'm going to allow it.
yeah.
It's you trying to pull it out of you.
Punch it in the head
trying
while
to-
it's trying to get
Oh,
me. Yeah,
you
exactly.
need to make a vigor roll, of course. Don't forget Himini. You have a ruptured spacesuit.
Oh, you passed my turn before I could do it. You naughty boy.
You need to make a vigor roll. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It might have cost you a Betty, but you are.
All it's done is piss him off.
Yeah, I think he's angry now. That brings us to Linda. Who now I will.
He's attached to me. Can't
Linda-
I break him off? Am I
Well,
not
you decided to-
entangled or something?
Well, you could have grappled him and tried to pull him off, yes, but I'm assuming from defending what you're trying to do is pull him away. You know, I mean, your defensive action is doing that sort of thing. Yeah,
I'm stopping him doing it. Yeah.
yeah. You're more focused on trying to stop him biting you more than.
Well,
actually
I'm
getting
not
rid
worried
of
about him biting me. I'm worried about my suit leaking. Is what I'm worried about. Not
Yeah, well,
I'm not worried about the other. I'm not worried about a little scratch on my leg.
Can Linda stick the barrel of the gun, and point blank in the creature's gut?
well, ironically, that's the worst thing you could do with ranged combat because then they get to use their parry rather than the standard. You need to defeat their parry rather than the ranged shot, if that makes sense. It's an interesting quirk of the game, but the idea is obviously it's wriggling around. So I know.
Okay, well, can I get? I just take the most careful shot I can from point blank range.
They just don't hit me. And don't
Yes,
roll.
exactly.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Don't
I'm
move.
not moving.
He's moving.
Okay, here we
I'm
go.
holding him out so you can shoot him.
Oh, that's looking good.
Oh,
That's
you're in
looking
luck.
very good. That's a
Nice
hit.
shooting,
Roll for
Tex.
damage. It is shaken.
You don't know how badly that could have gone. Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
3 wounds.
Hopefully.
I don't think I'm going to be able to save that, so I think. Ooh, no, I saved. That's the saga of the second prep. Okay, so that's
Yay!
bang.
Can I
You killed it?
Can I try to grab Himini and help move him toward the ship with the rest of my move?
Yes, of course you
Or
can.
am I too?
No, you
I'll
can
try to
grab
do
him.
that.
If you just grab hold of the rupture in the suit, and I'll grab you and walk. Yeah.
That's fine. I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll hold
you
the
could-
rupture
you could
closed.
use-
You could get to there this round. I'll say that.
Okay,
New round.
perfect.
New round. We'll see what happens. Roger Holmes is first.
Okay, well, I see that Himini's no longer in serious danger.
Just a
Can I
leaking
see
suit.
any more of these crystal things anywhere?
No, not from where you are. No.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and run. Yeah, well, fine. I'll jog to there.
You're bound.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find more of these crystal things.
Isn't movement increased?
Don't touch them. Don't pull a Himini.
It seems to be the case that we're going to get something for every character. Hibity, okay, your spacesuit is still ruptured.
We're in low G, so pace is +2 at the moment, isn't it? For everyone.
I forgot that.
Yep, I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm holding the rupture closed on Himini's suit the best I can.
Yeah, well,
Jiminy, take us to the medical bay.
yeah.
I'll try and patch you up.
Well, I can run now, can't I? So yeah. So that's
The 9.
7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Go for it.
Don't touch the crystal things.
Brings us
I
to
broadcast everybody.
Yep. Roger, for where you are, basically that seems to be the area from where judging by the footsteps and everything, that seems to be the area where it was most disturbed.
Because
You're
of
gonna have
blood
to run to
splattered,
get that far,
a
Linda.
big. There should be a corpse floating around somewhere there, and all shouldn't there, or something that blew up.
Actually, a third of gravity, they wouldn't actually fly off; they just explode and hit the ground, wouldn't they? You'll need to run to get 10 paces. 8 paces at the moment is your max without running.
I don't. Oh, do you need me to roll D6 or what?
Yeah, if you hit the run button, just to buy the modifier box.
I hit the run button.
Single click it.
Where is the run button? Sorry.
Bottom left to the left of your dice, to the right of the modifier box, underneath where it says 1 app. Yep. Oh.
Geeks.
So. Oh, what's your pace for? You encumbered.
He's wounded?
Encumbered. So that gets you.
So I cannot keep pace with Himini? I thought Himini was carrying me.
Himini starts running faster than you can keep up.
Basically. Oh, I am carrying him, so he's holding on to, or her, so she's holding on to my leaky suit.
But you just, if you're running flat out, I'm just gonna be evil and say you tore loose. And I forgot to make you make a vigor roll.
I can't keep up.
I forgot to make you make a
vigor roll. I didn't
roll.
need to make a vigor roll because someone was holding my suit shut.
Oh, it doesn't work like that.
There's my vigor roll. There you go.
You thought she could keep up, but she didn't.
Yeah. It's very hard. Yeah, believe me, it doesn't matter how hard I think someone's trying to hold the suit together, and I'm fairly confident it ain't going to work completely well. Deckard.
That's why you need to get to Morgana.
She's not exactly Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Deckard.
Well, I guess Deckard will just kind of keep going on out there. He's learning to run in his spacesuit.
Watch where you step.
That's 11 inches, don't forget, because we forgot the low gravity +2 bonus. Or rather, I did.
We all forgot it. Yeah, I've added it to my character sheet now, so it's I already had low or 0 G, and now I've got a low G as well. We've all got +2 strength as well, or +1 strength at the moment as well.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make global effects. I'm going to have to make some global effects for this, aren't I? That's what I need to remember.
Oh yeah, you can do it that way. Yeah.
That would be the logical way.
I just got boost. I just right click on strength die and click the boost lower thing and add +1 dice to it.
Okay, so low G gravity is
+2 pace and +1 strength die.
D pace +2. Turn that on. That should affect everyone from this point onwards. Okay, Jinx. Jinx's strength is that worked beautifully. Jinx's strength is a D6 higher. Nice. Blue Jinx, are you there?
Sure. So you were talking about the strength for some reason, so I wasn't sure why.
No, because of low G. I was testing something that low G was working.
It is working.
Okay. Yep. All right. So he's injured.
Yeah.
And whatever was happening is already over. So I can't repair stuff, so I'll just go back to doing what I need to do.
Fair enough. Don't forget, it doesn't like you going through walls, so yeah, there you go. Pretty much, the ship's you finished the loading at this point, so you're fairly cool on that score. That brings us to the dock.
Right. Did I just run all the way out here to see them running back?
Run past.
I'm running over
No,
leaky
you see
suit. I'm
Roger
heading
running
towards
forward and
I'm heading towards Morgana, so that's where I'm going here.
But
Who's-
Roger's running forward, and Linda's telling him, "Don't touch anything."
See, this is where it gets rather interesting, of course, is because the doc can only heal you while your spacesuit is ruptured. Once you seal your spacesuit, he can't heal you.
All right, so they literally where are they?
Right next to you, Doc. Yeah.
It's Linda and no, but I thought Himony was injured. He's on down
He's
a bit.
there.
All right, I'll go back to him, and
No
I
problem at all.
will try and remove the wound on him.
Grab. Yeah, you have to
What
grab.
I do is roll about 30. Okay, that'll be good.
Make
Hold
it.
still.
Oh, actually, mind you, don't forget. Actually, you can't really. You're gonna have. You can't. Actually, you can't heal because healing takes 10 minutes. So all you can do is think about it. Sorry to muck you about there. Think about it. I forget. Magical healing's instant. Old-fashioned healing takes 10 minutes, and it has to, you get the golden hour. So all you can do is basically scan his vitals and make sure he's okay.
I've got to get back. I've got to get sealed, then get back on the ship, then
you can heal him. Yeah, basically.
We need to make sure Deckard doesn't get himself killed. Yeah.
I might have to make some stim packs up.
Or Roger Holmes.
All right, so can you remove that move that I made then?
Is it?
Did
that get rid of it for you?
I think I was right there.
Yeah. Okay, you're back there. Yeah.
All right, so I'll head towards the blue crystals. Do I have anything that I might be able to take a sample without touching it? Like a way that I could grab those crystals and bring them on board the ship, but without touching it.
Oh no! These guys are insane.
Okay, you guys don't get to complain about me stopping the ship or pushing the engines. He's talking about bringing evil things on board the ship.
I'm just thinking about it. I'm not talking about it. I mean, I'm talking with the GM about it. But it's not like I'm talking it out loud.
So it's our fault for eavesdropping on this conversation with the GM.
Okay, I'm not going there. Okay, you don't know is the simple answer.
Right.
I mean,
well, in that case, I'll accompany Himony back. So I'll just make a move all the way I can.
I mean, you'd have to get all the way over there to analyze them first, and then make it. Then, if you can tell me how you can pick one up without touching it, then of course you can. Because I'll be brutally honest, as a GM, I'd absolutely love to have the fun and games of you getting one on board the ship.
Why, they would be harmless. Why, they'd seem like just little insects.
Yeah, I'm getting back on board the ship, and I as I pass Himony, I'm saying, "Come to me in the med bay."
I'm gonna get up to Himony, and I'm gonna slap a patch on.
Okay.
Because I see Roger running forward, and that is, this is the guy who shuts off the engines without tonguing anybody. So I'm going to slap a patch on. Now, I don't know if there's rules regarding repairing spacesuits.
I'll get it. Yeah, I like make a repair roll.
Well, there's that. But logic also tells me any repair I do under these circumstances is going to be temporary.
Yeah.
It's temporary fix. Yeah, but that's all you got to do is make it so I'm not leaking. Yeah.
Yeah, it might buy you 10 minutes, but until I get that inside and sit down and do a proper repair on it, you might got 10 minutes. So if you go chasing after Roger now.
Okay,
I'm going to go in and get my wounds healed. Yeah.
Okay, well, you go get your wounds healed.
That's what I'm doing. Thanks very much,
Morgana. I'm going to unlock tokens again because obviously now that the need for the rounds goes down once the rupture is repaired. So tokens are unlocked. I can move freely. Well, that was an interesting side experience I didn't expect. And Doc, I mean, but yes, I mean, if you want to go and examine where they came from, and you can work out a way to how to get them on board the ship without touching them, by all means, I'm not going to stop you.
Speak to Linda before you do any of that stuff.
Yeah, I think Linda's going to ask everybody not to touch the crystals. That's the worst thing you could do.
This is the second. I've repaired because of those
They were over
critters.
there.
You don't have to
The
tell me.
crystals were over there if anyone really wants to go and look at them.
And fiddle with a crystal or two.
Linda's too
I'm in the med bay. Doc.
shocked, too shocked and scared to go look at him. She just wants to relax now. She needs to wind down.
Let me patch
That
up
was a little much. Is there any connection to lost civilizations and crystals that Linda knows about? Like, is that an indication of something, or is that just an alien, something totally different? I don't know.
You don't know.
Okay.
Is that 2 wounds soaked? 12?
Yes.
Yeehaw! Thanks very much, Doc.
Well,
now I'm
you've
going to
loaded,
have to get a new spacesuit.
You've loaded everything
Yeah,
up.
Here's my prescription. Don't fiddle with the blue crystals.
I knew what was coming. I just didn't think they'd get a surprise attack on me.
I'm afraid they do, because they ripple out and basically are propelled out and get you. That's because I'm evil.
Boogers.
Having said that, I immediately turn around.
Next time I'm going to shoot them from a
Fill up the blue
distance.
crystals in.
Well, if you want to go back and get the crystals, but okay, basically the loading when the loading is takes another hour or so after that. Linda's obviously back in the thingy, but yeah.
If Linda hears Himini say that he knew that the aliens were going to come out, she's going to slap him across the face.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll take the slap. Hey, little sister.
Yeah, Don't do that again. He's out of here.
Okay. I won't.
And once he gets out, if the others are all back in the ship, once he gets out of the spacesuit, I'm going to take the time to do a proper repair on it, because any temporary repair in low G is just that, temporary. Next time he wears that, it could blow out on him without too much stress.
To get a spacesuit that's got my armor built into it, then I would have been easier to fight them things. To get one of them Savage Rifts Glitter Boy armor suit, that would be nice for this.
This isn't.
Oh Lord, let's not talk about riffs.
This isn't suzerain, so there's no genre crossing here. Okay, unless anyone is wishing to prod the crystals further or do anything.
Well, I mean, do we want to do anything on this planet, or are we just gonna on this asteroid? Are we going to just clear off? Are we going to tell them down there that there's crystals and warn them about it?
That might be why they're not letting anybody in.
Yeah.
That might be why they're talking. That might be why they're talking so strange.
Yeah, it doesn't explain why they're lying to us about there not being an issue.
Hey, before we send the last cargo up or down, we could actually, we could open it. There's no wrapper that needs to be sealed anymore.
Mm-hmm. And then we need to take everything out of one of those and then seal somebody in there.
No.
And let us into the complex.
Okay,
No.
you can do that if you want.
Let's put. I think we should put Himini in there. That should work. He'll touch everything.
No, it's not a problem. We don't care.
We don't get paid for seeing if they got a problem.
Kidding?
Let's see what if this open the trunk up one case up and see what's in it.
We're budding pirates. It's a matter of survival, understanding what's happening in our quadrant.
Yeah, if this place falls apart, it's going to become our problem eventually.
Nope.
We need to know what's happening and what we're being tasked to do. So we're heads up next time.
We're being paid to deliver a cargo that is sealed. And deliver it sealed.
No, we were paid to deliver it to the dock, which we did.
Oh, yeah.
And after that,
you want to screw around with.
No, we already did our job.
No, our job was to deliver it.
Yeah.
We're trying to stop that.
To the dock, which we did.
Not trying to stop it. We're just trying to see what is in the boxes, but we don't have to if there's strong objections to it.
Yes, there's strong.
There aren't any strong objections.
Hear a strong objection.
That could invalidate.
I don't hear any.
I do.
Strong reservations.
Uh,
And
worst
perform
pirates ever.
We're
mutilation.
not pirates.
Not pirates.
Yeah, we ain't pirates.
Martial
We've got
law.
a ship.
We're
to do the-
budding
We're
pirates.
Not
No.
yet.
We're budding smugglers. Yeah, we're budding smugglers. If we don't know what's going on, we don't know what to charge.
We're not smuggling either, and I
Sorry,
know
if we're
how.
gonna do this,
It's a proper commission. It wasn't a smuggle, but yeah.
I'm a PhD candidate. I know how to think through problems. We should be gathering as much knowledge as we can.
piled higher and deeper.
I was with you up until you brought that up. So
You know how to deal with academic.
There's 4 outstanding votes.
To find problems
Not
where there are
reality.
none because, well, they just overthink it.
Well, the majority has already said nay, so I'm not saying
I will
that one
shoot
of you.
the person that tries to open the crate. How about that as a solution?
What is the solution?
I will shoot the person that tries to open the crate. Gun out right now.
Why wait? Just
Okay, let's get back
Just
on the
start
ship. Now.
blazing.
Let's go. We've dropped the cargo off. Let's go. No more fighting amongst ourselves. The only person we want to fight is Roger Holmes, but not really. Let's go. Let's drop this stuff off and get back. We know this ain't dodgy. We know these asteroids are full of alien, or ancient Anouk stuff, and
Yeah, we might want to report to the Colonial Rangers that those seed pods seem to be throughout the asteroid belt. This is the second asteroid we found them on.
yeah, that can't be a coincidence either, can it? They're not just. It's like low. There must be millions of the things. If we've just walking along and twice in the small area we were walking in found a. Oh look, I found a diamond. Oh look, I've walked down the road 10 feet. Oh, there's another diamond. That means there's diamonds everywhere. Yeah.
how did they dig this mining operation without hitting one?
Yeah, maybe
I
they
opened
did.
up the crate.
Shoot him.
Oh, he's going to shoot you. He did say he's going to shoot you.
I know, but I have rebellious
Oh.
as a hindrance and
Who am I targeting?
the doc.
Oh, great. Kill the doctor. That's
But
what
don't kill the dog. Just shoot him in the knee or something. Don't do a
Do
headshot.
non-lethal. Do non-lethal.
Give a warning shot.
Okay, you break the seals and then you open up the crate. Inside, obviously, are you see.
That was deliberate miss, though, wasn't it? Yeah.
Linda is really happy she's not sleeping with Jinx. The guy is violent.
Holy hell.
Ouch.
Wasn't meant to be.
I'm going to take it that the doc's deliberately.
It's
Is
like
he shooting the cargo?
Dance, sucker.
Why-
Dance.
He's got
Jinx, why are you shooting the cargo? Calm down. We're supposed to deliver that stuff intact.
Sorry, let me re-edit that. It would have been, I'll stab the person who tries to open it. That's what I'm trained in fighting. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Why are you shooting the cargo?
Hey, you
stabbing
can't
the
just
dog.
run up and stab me.
I don't understand.
Okay, does he open the in the stabbing shooting thingy? Did he open it or not, or is he too wounded?
I mean, he was standing off shooting me, and then he's like,
Sorry, I
He
forgot.
changed. He retroacted. He didn't realise he's rubbish at shooting. So
"Well, no, they didn't. No, you don't get to do that."
No, the threat would have been, I will stab you.
You don't get to spend all those bennies. This next round that he can run up and stab me if he wants.
What's in the cargo?
You've
Old.
broken the GM. Oh, I'm sorry, you're too busy broken the GM with multiple misses. Okay. I don't really. I mean, I'm not sure.
What happens after Jinx goes berserk?
What? Okay.
Doc still needs to make a vigor roll since I got him.
Oh, you didn't. Seriously, you can't just spend all those bennies and then just decide, "Oh, I'm going to stab you instead." You can do it next round, surely.
Yeah, I am going to say you can fire the warning shot, which is what you did, and then obviously you can't just walk up and stab him. I'm afraid. But that's by the by. Because you spent all the bennies, otherwise, I'd be okay. But before we go down that route, are you really going to? You really intend to stab him for opening the crate? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. You don't say I'm going to do something, then don't follow through on it. That's how you ruin your reputation. I made a warning. I
We followed.
do this. I'm going to
He
do
told
that.
us what we had to do.
I'm doing it.
We did it.
Okay, so what's in the box? You're going to get shot in a minute or stabbed.
So basically, basically, Jinx. I'm going to say Jinx fires a warning shot as you go to break the seals on the box dock. You will then
only because I missed.
You then break the. He ignores that warning shot. You open the crate. Inside you can see what appears to be all the foodstuffs and the water and everything. At which point, Jinx is going to stab you with the knife.
What is in there?
While that water's open, can I just take a look at it or test it to see if it's been poisoned?
Well, you can analyze it, but obviously, again, it's, you know what I mean. It's at the end of the day, what's basically you open up the crate and it is supplies. It's food and water, and it's obviously the water is obviously stored away in large containers. It's all marked as food. What I'm trying to say is, when you open it up, what you see inside appears to be packaged up food packs and packaged up water containers.
Right.
At which point, Jinx is coming for you.
Can I not just stop them from fighting?
Well, let's see.
Somebody got a Joker.
The doc has got a Joker.
Himiny.
So I will allow. I mean, basically, the docs. What is the docs? I'm just trying to think how to counteract this one. So I'm going to say at the end of the day, Jinx is coming at you with a knife, Doc. Make a notice check, otherwise you don't notice. I think that's the fairest way to do it, isn't it? Because you heard him shoot and you still opened the crate.
I've got.
He didn't shoot any holes in the ship
already.
Sorry?
I got a bunch of stuff applied to me already.
I haven't applied it yet, so it shouldn't matter.
Okay.
It's still in the combat tracker, but it hasn't been applied yet. Yeah. It's a good thing about Savage Worlds. It's not automatically done.
Okay, you do see Jinx coming towards you. He is going to stab you. What do you want to do?
All right, this is 0G, right?
Low G.
Low G. Then I grab that crate and I swing it into Jinx in an effort to get it between him and me.
Okay, make an athletics check. Because obviously it's all into.
This is all Himini's fault.
Okay.
Why is it my fault?
Because you started by touching an alien and kicking off the combat tracker violence.
Okay. You
got some kind of edge that makes you want to fight.
Basically grab the crate and you are sort of trying to use it as a defensive weapon when the time comes, which is unless anyone else wishes. Well, I'm just going to say.
I'm going to stop them. I'm going to stop fighting. I'm going to go and intervene.
Okay, then you get to.
Is Linda there, or are we in our map locations?
You can move around freely. It's sort of almost. It depends whether you're inside the ship or out the ship. So, are you attempting to grapple Jinx to stop him? Is that what I'm asking here? Himini.
Linda would be in the ship,
but
if she's part of the conversation, she would attempt to grapple.
Well, if you're in the ship, you can't do much about it because it's happening outside. But you could be. You are in a position to see what's going on.
That's my question.
Be verbal, yeah.
I'm going to say no
fighting. No fighting. What the hell are you doing?
Don't fight each other. We're supposed to fight the bad guys, not each other. What do you want me to do? Grapple roll? What's a grapple roll?
Well, it depends what you're trying to do. Are you just trying to?
I'm just trying to
stop him physically?
I'm going to stand between them and block any knives coming my way. Yeah.
Yeah, you need the doc to fix you up, so.
The dog has fixed me up, but I mean, this, we shouldn't be fighting each other. And I know you're trying to prove a point, but
make a fighting roll. You attempt to intercept. I'm going to say I was going to use that like an opposed parry check, if that makes sense. So you attempt to block Jinx, but unfortunately, he is still He's still, but you know what I mean. You failed to stop the blow. And obviously, Deckard and Roger, it's up to you what you're doing. I mean, Roger, I don't know if you're still looking at the crystals or what, but Deckard and Roger, or you might just want to not get involved.
Yeah, Roger definitely doesn't want to get involved. What he's doing is he's going around and counting crystals. How many are out here?
It just appears to be, obviously you go around the whole place, it just appears to be a couple there.
Okay.
None there now. There were a couple. Make a notice check.
Right.
I'll come back to that. Make a notice check. Linda, you're shouting stop from inside. Roger's out there. Morgana's not getting involved. Jinx, you okay, so what happens there is I'm going to say that reduces the attack to 4. It's still a hit with a raise. So even with Himini attempting to parry you, intercept you and block your attack, and even with the doc trying to use the box to protect, you still basically get the damage doesn't change. So you do slash the dock, causing an injury.
Then he needs to make a vigor check.
Well, you've ruptured his suit, you evil so and so. Okay, so what does everyone do at this point? That's the question.
No, he needs to make a vigor check.
James needs to make a vigor at the end of his turn.
No, I don't think so, because if he fails, he's stunned.
Oh, what, from the Vault Knife?
Yep.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah, he was thinking of the suit, not the knife.
I was thinking of the suit, or not the knife. Sorry, Doc, can you make a... I do apologise, Jinx. I misunderstood. So,
this
what
is
do you
a
do?
bunch of individualists who don't seem to like each other much. This is going to be great.
Maybe we should. Yeah.
I have a new idea. Let's send Jinx down with the cargo.
Well, I think, given the horrifying turn of events here, I'm going to leave it there because I think it's an interesting cliffhanger to leave it on, as everyone sees Jinx stab to cut the dog. So we shall leave it there. We won't finish off the way I was expecting, but I'm not.
Do I get a chance to resist that wound? Can I spend a penny to resist that wound?
You can spend a penny to resist the wound. I do apologise for.
Got an adventure card that removes wounds once combat's over, but that's what I was planning on playing.
Make a figure roll.
For some reason that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just make a figure roll. I've already applied it, so I can. Okay, so that means
This took a hard right turn.
I still need to stab him. Okay.
Right, I'm leaving it there. I am leaving it there for everyone to have a think about what they need to do, and we shall.
No more fighting.
We shall leave it there with Jinx and Doc having an argument and Hibity in between. We shall leave it there.
We don't even need aliens. We can just fight amongst ourselves.
Morgana went back to the engine room to get together the materials she's going to need to be patching up all these.
She's going to patch up 2 suits now. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Well, I shall leave it. I hope you enjoyed that. It did take a
Can I just before we? What was in the box?
Well, I told you, food and water.
But nothing
Supplies.
weird or anything in the box at all. So it was just a silly idea, and we shouldn't have.
Not that we saw. No, we should have opened it. Make sure we know what's going on.
Right. So, as I say, we shall leave it there. I'm going to work out exactly what. Well, I'll carry on with what I had in mind for next time, but we'll have to resolve this bit first, of course. That's not.
In other words, we didn't even get there.
I enjoyed it, and obviously, very much a case of sort of setting things up and meeting people and getting some backstory and hopefully and getting some good role play out the party, which seems to be stabbing each other. That's good. Did you make the notice, Roger? I forgot to ask. Yes, you did. Though what you do notice is where the area where you think there's one more crystal still along the ground there, and it does appear to be like it's in a crater, I should say, as in it landed
In a what?
In a crater. It looks like it impacted there.
Oh, so it might be a recent addition.
I forgot to mention that in the fun and games, but we shall leave it there. We shall leave it there. And on Tuesday we've got my Stand Savage Pathfinder, and once I work out how to share the characters, which I think I've got an idea now, I shall create the characters for Saturday. Where you're, to use American terms, I think it's prep school, isn't it? And in English terms, it's your basic
a bunch of preppies.
Sport rich kids, as we go to Bartington's Hall School for the Elite. But I've got to create the characters.
Can I ask you a question about advances?
Yes.
I have 2 advances. I don't know if I spent them yet, and if I didn't, how would I spend them?
You did spend your first one because you could, on your advances tab, you increased your science to D8 and you took electronics.
Oh, okay.
If you look at
That sounds good. Thank you.
So yeah,
And we've only gotten 1 advance, right?
Gotten 2.
Oh, we have. Good to know.
Nice. I gave you 2
I see.
Yeah, but we shall leave it there for now, and we shall.
Because after the GM charged me a Betty to do something.